Hello guys, welcome back. We're all back with the Juicemeister, the Sam, the Alex, the Connor, and the Bill.
It is I, the Alex.
Yes.
The Alex?
The one and only Sam.
We're back from holidays. We'll get right into it with a little something different. I actually wrote a script down, guys. Can you believe it?
Oh, wow.
Like,
Everyone give Joe a hand.
It's only for the recap. I've learned nothing.
Still,
I've probably had progress.
That's still very pre-planning.
Yeah,
So,
I mean,
I guess without any further ado, let's get into it. Realizing Adrian's disappearance, the party followed Rakia to track down the Wasp. Meanwhile, an enraged Adrian discovered the man who they'd been looking for, a mercenary. I've immediately lost myself. There we go. A mercenary who wields the green flames. After a heartfelt reveal of their royal heritage, the battle between the Wasp and the Merc began, only to be cut short after extreme blows being dealt on either sides and the green flame user fleeing to Adrian's disdain. The party, on the other hand, were saved by a Tendra Grum, a Huskonian girl who claimed she'd help them till they'd help her find her father, a man known as Dr. Tenkudo of Lada. Adrian, further frustrated by the appearance of the Doctor, looking for his daughter, begrudgingly helps by moving in the direction of the way Adrian came from, only for the reunion to go sour all too quickly. The Doctor was intrigued by the powers that Felix held, and therefore challenged him to a fight, in which Felix accepted in good faith. Upon the defeat of not only Felix, but Fletcher and Rakia, the Doctor stated his daughter would then use her powers to steal Felix's. Once they left, bounding off into the distance, the team were left with 3 flowers that granted the ability to heal whoever consumed it. This was made apparent after one of the flowers had been consumed by Rakia to heal her from her injuries, leaving them with only 2. We picked things up after 20 minutes after the Huskonians had left the party. With 15 hours to go before this stage of the tournament ends, what else will happen for our now defeated and broken party? We now cut back to the rest of you. You have done, as I said just before we started this, you have one sort of free action that you can do that you could have been doing during the 20 minutes. It is only 20 minutes, so it's not long enough for you to do anything too drastic. But during this time, I'm going to ask Adrian, what have you been doing during this time?
Well, I'm going to... Can I do 2 things? But the 2 things will probably be the first thing will be very quick, like very quick. I
will hear you out.
Okay. You'll listen to me as the judge, and I'll be the defense attorney here. Well, I'm going to give the 2... The objection! I'm going to give the 2 healing flowers to the most damaged teammates there that I have.
Fun fact, you and Fletcher are the most damaged.
Really?
Yep, you are both the most damaged. Well, other than Felix, who actually also has a broken left wrist. In the terms of damage, you have 24, Fletcher has 26, and Felix has 18, but Felix also has an injury.
Okay, I should have phrased, who has the least amount of health left? As opposed to who is the most injured?
Technically, that would still be Felix, and I believe Fletcher. As Felix has about 3 points left, Fletcher has about 5.
Then I will give it to Felix and Fletcher.
Fair enough.
I actually have 8 points left at the moment.
Oh yeah, what's your health and vitality?
My total health currently, like max health would be 26, but I'm currently
Oh,
at 8.
yeah. Oh, okay. Yep.
There was a level up, I believe,
Yep.
or something.
Sorry. Yeah.
been a
Yeah.
month.
You got leveled up. Yeah. So yeah, you're at 26. Because I had written down that you had 21. That's why. That's where the confusion got. Yep.
I mean, I still give it to him.
Yeah. I mean, technically, despite the amount of damage that you've taken, you still would have more health than both of them.
Okay, so I should give, can that count as like not an action because I'm giving them to them?
I will say that giving them those flowers for whatever purpose that they wish to do with them is up to them. Yes, that does not take away your action.
It doesn't
And
take
then
20
I
minutes
will-
to give them flowers.
20 minutes. Just like debating who should I give these to? Who should I give these to? No. My other action is I will take the sword that Felix has that I don't think he will use. I'll ask him first. Yeah.
I mean, just Felix is down for anything.
Felix is just kind of cool with anything I do.
If you think it'll help, Felix will allow it.
Yeah. And I will... Yeah, thank you. And then Adrian will transform it into 2 knuckle dusters.
Fair enough.
Because Adrian is well aware that Felix might no longer be super strong boy, but he is best man.
Fair enough. And as our first roll of the day, go ahead.
Oh god.
Okay, yeah, nice. You turn them into 2 knuckle dusters.
I shall look up what that actually means in the rulebook for what damage it does now.
I believe that they're supposed to be based on small, so they would both be based on small weaponry. So since that sword was made out of...
Do you want me to roll twice?
I'll be nice because it's still one object. You're just reshaping it into 2. I'm fine with that. I'm not going to be that much of a stickler. Don't worry.
Yet. Okay, I'll send you the bits in a moment.
Yeah.
Felix.
And that was your piece. We now go to Cloak. What are you doing with your action of the 20 minutes?
There's not really anything to do, is there? Other than stare in disappointment at the group.
Do you say anything to the group?
No, I'm not gonna waste my words on them again.
Fair enough.
Can I ask, what was the sword made of? Actually, I forgot to ask.
Steel.
Steel.
I might as well, I guess, meditate, use some willpower at the moment, perhaps. Sense off the right.
Okay, alright then. So you're going to meditate. Do you need to roll for that?
Yeah, I'll just roll for, instinct or whatever it is.
Okay.
But
You're rolling instinct. Does that work?
it does.
Okay, I'll come back to you on that one. Fletcher.
Well, I've just been handed a flower.
Yes, you have. You have been handed a flower.
Guess I'm not. Fletcher's not really much of a speaker, so he's just sitting, taking in what just happened, thinking what could come next.
Okay. And Rakia.
Well, I'm going to try this, since it's like in 20 minutes, you're going to be like, I'm going to try and activate my ability. It's just like, I just want to have a nice little sleep for a little bit.
You won't be able to do it because you need an hour.
I won't be able to. What can I do? Right. In that case...
Anything that doesn't require more than the amount of time that I've given you.
Okay. Right. I guess I could just, I guess that I could just, forage a little bit. See, get some supplies.
Okay. Roll for survival. Well, survival skill. Yeah.
Survival skill, right.
I need to rechange the name of it to survivalist.
Yeah, that's better, I think, yeah.
I love that
Hey,
game.
it's a dev play. We're finding it out. I got +4 in that now. Hey, nice.
Okay, yeah. You find a couple of bits and pieces. You find some, dry sticks that could be used for a fire. Because it is now getting dark, if not actually dark now. Because it's now 7 p.m. at night. So yeah, it is now dark. The sun is just about almost entirely set. Because it's sort of summery on these islands. But yeah, it is becoming very apparent how dark it is very quickly. You pick up quite a few sticks, or at least find quite a few sticks. That's up to you if you want to pick them up. But you also find a tree that is covered in fruit.
Ooh.
Ooh, very nice.
I shall take some of the. I suppose I should be. Maybe I should roll my survival skill to see whether it's edible. What exactly is it? Because it's like.
I'll give it to you. I'll give it to you for free, unless if you
roll
want to just get the success. Unless if you want to get another success and try.
you know what? I need to build up my points, so I can
Okay.
roll advantage on this, so because that's my skill. Bet this tastes lovely.
Okay, go for it.
Plus 4, so come on. I'm doing this on my phone, by the way, ladies and gentlemen. So it's kind of a trial and the thing. Okay, 2 to 20. We go advantage roll. Go! My God, I chose the
Yeesh.
advantage roll.
Yeah, absolutely. Yes, these are very delicious looking fruit. They don't look like they would be poisonous. They seem quite, normal. But there's something very strange about this tree. I'm going to ask you to roll me either Wild Knowledge or Survivalist.
I'm gonna try World Knowledge because I want to boost up my SP as well for that one. There's 20. 7. I got 7 now.
You've never seen a tree like this, but you know from just looking at it that it's not a natural tree, or at least it's not exactly a normal tree. Each one of the fruits that you're seeing is a different fruit. There's an apple, a banana, an orange, a bushel of grapes for some reason. They have a ton of different fruit on it.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna take one of each. I think I've got a whole fruit salad here.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll say
Oh,
yeah. You take about. In fact, let's roll the dice. In the terms of apples, you gain 4 apples. In the terms of bananas, two. Oranges, you gain. Oh, written it wrong. There we go. 1.
1 orange.
Uno.
And in the terms of grapes, just have to roll something, and then I have to roll something else. You find basically 2 branches with 5 grapes on each, so you have 10 grapes in total. And finally, you find on this tree, you also find 2 dragon fruit.
2 dragon fruit, eh? Ooh. Well, I like that.
Okay.
Got quite a good haul.
Yeah, you got all those written down?
Yeah, I got all those written down. Yeah.
Awesome.
4 apples, 2 bananas, 1 orange, 10 grapes, and 2 dragon fruit.
Finally, we come back to Felix. Felix.
Yeah, I take the dry sticks as well, by the way, just so you know. So we've got to put those up too.
Yeah, fair enough. Felix, what are you doing with your 20 minutes?
Well, I was also planning to forage.
Fair
Maybe we
enough.
could do. Yeah.
Would you also like to? Would you have gone with Rakia?
Sure.
Roll me. Do you have survivalists?
I do have survival skills.
Roll me survivalist as well.
So
First roll of the powerless Felix.
it's level 3, so I forget what's the
Plus,
Is it
it's
just
+3, yeah.
it's plus 3? Okay. 19 total.
Nice. Yeah, you find the same thing, and you actually go looking around the other side of the tree. You also find a large amount of fruit. Roll me world knowledge.
Okay.
Just under wisdom.
Yeah. Alright. That's 17.
Nice. You also have never seen a tree like this, although you are perplexed by the fact that it has multiple types of fruit on it. You begin picking the fruit, I'm assuming.
Yep.
Okay. In the terms of apples, are you ready to write this down?
Yeah.
You find 4 apples. Damn, again, apples common as hell.
4 apples.
1 orange.
Oh my god, you got 1 orange too!
2 berries.
Very
No!
good. 2 banana.
Let's see.
If we have exactly the
berry.
same fruit, we get a free.
Okay,
Oh, 3 bananas.
okay, nice. Hang on. You find 3 branches with 10 raspberries on each, meaning that you find 30 raspberries.
This is a huge fruit salad.
Yeah. And I can cook all of this and make, saute them. Just...
And then finally you find 3 pomegranates. Again, this tree is very odd because it just has a ton of different fruit, which all require different types of trees and climates. And yet it grows many, bountiful amounts of different fruit.
How big is the tree?
The tree's got quite a lot of different branches hanging down, but yet you see it can keep going further and further up.
I was thinking, if the tree was small enough, we could have dug it up and put it in a pot, just taken it with us. But,
Oh no, it's a proper big tree. It's
yeah.
the biggest one around here so far. Although it's about 10 meters tall, maybe about 15. So it's quite big, taller than like proper like buildings. Although the only thing about this tree that is just odd is the fact that it has almost layers of leaves, and a lot of the branches that hang down with all of these fruits can sort of be as like easy to pick from as like someone who's around about 5 foot. So it's really weird that it just has loads of low-hanging fruit, and yet there's this many on it.
Yeah, I'm also surprised there's no like animals like squirrels or something just around. There's a tree with a bunch of fruit.
To be fair, you haven't seen a lot of animals on this island anyway, but...
That is fair, yeah. And the ones we have seen. Oh boy.
Vietnam flashbacks for Fletcher. So, as you head back with your new bouquet of fruit, it has now gotten to the point of which that it is very dark, but you eventually stumble your way back to the rest of the camp before all light has been lost. The starry night sky only illuminates the smallest amount, and you are now all in pitch black. We now come back to Cloak. Cloak, you've been meditating for the last 20 I was about to say 20 hours there. For the last 20 minutes. You have not sensed anyone other than your teammates, but you sense when they leave and sense when they come back.
Okay. I mean, fine. Good night. Chill.
Fair enough. When you come back, there is still some quiet and tension, not only just because of the darkness, but because of the things that have happened. It grows weary in the night sky, despite the fact that it is not exactly cold during this time. It is not exactly pleasant to be around in the dark with no shelter.
I guess we should I guess we should build fire.
Can I recreate the nest underground again?
If you would be so kind.
Of course. And Adrian will just begin, once again, being the shelter person. Creating shelter for everyone. Being the MVP. And hopefully, and failing.
When you fail, nothing happens. You place your hands on the ground and nothing happens. You are feeling frustration. And therefore you feel like your abilities are being clouded.
Yes, when I try to think of how it should work, what I'm imagining is something completely different in my mind.
Everyone else sits there in the quiet, as they're not exactly sure what just happened. Adrian said that they would do so, and they heard some clapping on the ground, but nothing happened.
Sort of, Rakia's just sort of stares around a little bit, in the darkness, and I think, and I'm just sort of gonna, ask, go up to Adrian and ask, sort of quickly saying, like, where did you find the man you were looking for?
Adrian is just kind of quiet for a bit, as you can tell from the couple of seconds that no one was talking to them. They've just been breathing in and out, trying to calm themselves and think of how to do their powers without wasp mode, before slowly kind of standing up. I found him in the clearing just up there. So I did, before he fled.
Should we go there?
Tilt's head in confusion.
Rakia cannot see the tilted head.
Yeah,
Why would you suggest that?
I have a feeling, a notion. Also, I want to be there, so we'll have enough time to track who you're looking for. The scent will die down eventually.
You will help me find him?
Of course. We have to now.
Adrian like almost begins to smile before kind of schooling the impression, the kind of facial expression, gives a very deep bow.
Rakia doesn't see it because it's dark.
I mean, aren't you a shadow? Don't you have dark vision?
Whoa!
That doesn't have dark vision, everybody.
Alright, but yes.
I don't have it.
Metagaming, sorry. But
I
yes,
mean, it's not even metagaming. That's just. I can't believe you,
racist,
Sam. That's just prejudice.
An old character just into you. Yeah, don't you have dark? No, right. Okay. Polite bye.
Alright. Actually,
Thank you. Assuming the moon's out, you can probably kind of see my silhouette.
I take that as a tacit agreement. Like, one thing I'm gonna do though. Felix, I give you some dry sticks. You know, can you light these so we have some light?
You certainly can try. I guess I'll start trying to light the sticks.
Fair enough. Attempt using survivalist. Meanwhile, everyone else, other than Felix, roll. I'm going to say perception, but obviously, Cloak, you can roll for instinct.
Ooh.
So yeah, what is it perception?
Yes, yeah, perception.
Yeah, just making sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
15.
Oh shit.
Okay. I'm just having a look. 11, 18, 11, and 15. So the 11 activates your ability, I'm assuming, Cloak.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. All of you can sort of hear some rustling, sort of a bit of the wind, but one of you hears a snap of a twig, and at first it's like, you know, that's obviously just Juice, but then someone can hear a footstep, like as if it's coming from a direction that isn't anywhere within your party. However, Cloak, with your instinct, you can actually sense a presence near where you are.
Okay.
So, any of you who got 11... Well, I'm going to say, any of you who got under 15 with perception, you can hear some rustling and you're feeling uneasy. Any of you who got above that, I'm going to say, any of you who got 15 or above, you are feeling like there is someone out there either watching you or someone coming towards you. Or something coming towards you.
Well, I'm on high alert.
If you're trying to be stealthy, you're not doing a very good job. I say
So
into the darkness.
Juice,
how is yeah.
yeah, I was
the
going to
11
say,
anyway.
yeah, you start getting the fire started. It's just a very small amount of embers right now. There's a small amount of flame going, but it's going to take a little while longer for it to actually get something. You finally got the spark and everything's a little, heated and starting to burn, but the flame is not big enough yet to actually cause that much light.
Yeah.
As you are all sitting there, or standing there, you sense an unease within the air. Cloak, you sense that there is now 2 presences right on the edge of your instinct. Behind you, about 8 meters away. You can now sense 2 of them.
Where are where's the rest of our group positioned?
All in front of you, and I'm glad that you asked this, because I actually now am going to swap over to... Go live.
Oh, dang.
I'm going to do that. And then I will go to tabletop on here. And then all of you all should be able to see it. I will now place you in the positions that make the most sense. Okay, so. Here we go. Cloak. Ooh. You are here. Rakia, here. Fletcher, you're here. Felix, here. And Adrian, just here.
I just cut out there for a second.
That's okay. There we go. Right. So this is how everyone's positions are looking so far. Cloak is here. Felix is here. Adrian's here. Fletcher's there, and Rakia is there. You are sensing 2 presences, which I will now grab.
Oh god, there's so many presences. Ugh.
No, those are just stock.
Pack of presents.
I've got them for in case if I ever need to have more than 2. I don't know if I'll ever need that many. Who knows? Yeah,
Make a note of that, audience.
You're sensing 2 presences so far, just coming in towards the back of you. I'd say it's 2, 4, 6, 8. So they're about here right now.
Okay. I mean, I can kind of tell, but the group is a bit on edge.
Yes, you can tell that they are able to sense something is not right, but no one has said anything other than like, "Oh, you're not hiding very well," but you can tell that they don't really know what direction it's coming from, or even if there is anything out there.
Okay. I suppose I will. I will walk up to who's blue, who's turquoise.
Turquoise is Felix.
Is he technically closer, or is it? Is Rakia grey?
Rakia's grey. Yeah, technically, you're closer to Felix than you are to.
Okay. I will walk up to him.
Okay.
And whisper in his ear that there are at least 2 presences behind us in that general direction. Approaching.
Felix looks up from me, his fire. The one person who didn't make a perception check.
Yeah. You are preoccupied, and therefore, when you've been told this is complete news to you.
Should we prepare ourselves for battle?
Well, since we know where they're coming from, why don't we just ambush them?
Should I stop making this fire, then?
No, act like we don't know they're here.
Alright. Will do.
As you do so, what else do you do?
I guess I'll go and tell Rakia as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
Isn't Rakia beside me?
No,
No,
because
you're far
Rakia
away.
then went up to Felix and gave them those bits of firewood. So yeah, you sense someone walking up to you, Rakia.
Yeah. You know. No, can I perceive that it's cloak shaped?
You can attempt to roll to see if it's
Yeah,
cloak shaped, or at least sense.
I mean, I'm saying Rakia anyway, so at least.
Oh, okay, okay, fair
Oh
enough.
yeah, fine, that's fine. Yeah, so I don't hit you in the face. It's like
Rakia.
yes, Cloak.
Alright.
Yes, Avarice.
I think 2 people approaching us. They could be animals of some kind.
Shall I sneak into the shadows?
I think it's perhaps best if we just act like we don't know them, then ambush them.
We do know that they're here.
Yes, we do know they're here, but if they don't know that we know, then they'll be walking into an ambush.
Okay. I trust you. What should I do? Should I ready?
look around in that general direction, like you're looking for some fruit or something.
Oh, okay.
But be
And I-
alert.
Thank you. And
Okay.
I just, I just
After
pretend
you
to have a-
after you've informed
Pretend
Rakia,
to-
and Rakia begins to pretend doing things, what now?
I suppose. I might just try and wait up in a tree, inconspicuously.
This one or another one?
Oh, that one's fine.
Yeah, okay. Where'd you go?
Exactly.
You know what? That'll do for now. There we go. Ah. No. There we go. Haha. Okay. Roll acrobatics to attempt to climb the tree.
Nice. 20.
Nice. Yep. You climb up to the top of the tree and wait. Roll me another instinct.
Oh yeah.
They are now, like, directly underneath the tree. Felix, roll me survivalist as you are still attempting to light this fire.
18.
The fire suddenly bursts into the stick suddenly bursts into flame and engulf everyone within a certain proximity within light. Silhouettes are now drawn everywhere, and Cloak, you are finally able to get not only senses of these two, but also visuals on them. And it's not just two. It's 40. No.
It's the entire pile.
I
Whoa!
did actually roll this before, so
Damn squirrels.
it was a shame. But you can now see that it is not just two.
It's everyone he had previously encountered and let go.
It is
Yes.
6 enemies. You do not recognize a single one of them. But yes, they do not know that you are in the tree, it appears.
That's helpful. I've already informed.
Except for Adrian.
So I
Yeah, you
think
haven't informed Adrian, and technically you haven't informed Fletcher.
I mean, does Adrian...
We'll
Adrian's
get to that in a sec. So, are you, as soon as you get them, are you going to attempt to like pounce on them immediately, or are you going to wait until everyone else reacts to them?
I will wait until maybe there's a clear kind of person lagging behind, or like, just at the back of the group. in
Gotcha.
their formation.
Okay, Fletcher and Adrian, roll perception. In fact, no, I'm going to say everyone roll perception, other than Bill, since again, point blank. Nice.
I think to be honest, I guess the only good perception roll Adrian has ever
That
done.
is, yes, yeah. I'm pretty sure that's like the best roll you've
like
ever got.
9s or 8s or something.
It kind of makes sense though. Like a fire just immediately ignites the night sky, and you are like 2-4 meters away from an entire group of people. Like it kind of makes sense that this is the main, because this is almost the equivalent of being like broad daylight.
The one time Adrian is not oblivious to everything surrounding them.
So, Felix, yes, with a natural 20, you also see, sense, and smell these people. Yep, Fletcher, you notice them, and of course, Rakia, you also notice them. All of y'all see them, and they see you. Some of them are either harboring no weapons, or some of them have some small, or at least one-handed melee weapons. Either way, They are obviously humanoid, and they are contestants. None of them seem to be Huskonian, so that's one particular thing. But all of them do seem to be humanoids.
Can I attempt to transform immediately into my battle armor mode?
Well, I'm actually going to say this. When everyone looks at each other, and they catch a glimpse, for just a second, everyone just locks eyes. And then it begins, as they brandish their weapons and begin to get into fighting stances or begin attempting to charge. Everyone must roll initiative.
Oh, yeah. Get some
Move
initiative.
speed!
Oh boy, move
Speed
speed.
again.
My favorite.
I mean, it should be. That's like your best stat. Like,
I know, right?
jeez.
The most sort of like, it's my favourite. Great.
Yeah, great. Here comes another success.
I can't wait to go first with no powers.
Oh, that's where the sarcasm came from. That makes more sense.
Do you know what's annoying? Is I forgot to ask, could I make serrated so he could do bleeding damage on his punches?
Oh dear. Okay, right. So
Do that next.
let's see the turns.
Looks like I'm going first.
Okay, let's have a look. We have 23, 17, 12, 22. Where's Fletcher? Ah, Fletcher is 24. Okay, so Fletcher, you'll be going first. Then we have Rakia, not far behind.
Mhm.
Then we have Cloak. Then Felix. Then Adrian. And then these poor sods. Okay.
We didn't eat the flowers, did we?
No one ever stated that they ate the flowers.
Yeah. Man, in all that 20 minutes.
Well, to be fair, you want to do it first, so you could quickly eat the flowers and then have that as your first action and then do your second action.
Well, we'll get into that. So, it is now the turn of Fletcher. I didn't say Lexa.
I heard that.
Whoom.
Let's see. Well, looks like they're wanting a fight, so there doesn't look like there's any way to talk this out of it.
I still want to point out that Felix, you still have that broken hand. Although, to be fair, I think it got casted up in that wooden bracer.
Yeah. I believe it is my left hand, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, you are correct.
Alright, who seems like they would be the most dangerous?
Well, we have a wide variety from enemy 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. You have enemy 1 that seems to have a curved knife of some sort. Enemy 2 who has a hammer. Enemy 3 who has a sword. Enemy 4 who seems to have an axe. Enemy 5 who seems to not be wielding any weaponry whatsoever. And number 6 who seems to have some kind of chain weapon. You are not entirely sure without an insight check as to which one might be the most trouble.
Oh no. Enemy 4, he looks kind of fishy. I don't like the cut of his jib.
I can't even remember what I just said, and I was the one who read all of their things out. I don't even know what his weapon is anymore.
There was a curved knife, there was a no weapon, there was a guy with a chain.
Oh yeah, the chain
what
I don't
chain?
like.
He has a chain weapon or something.
Okay, 1 knife. I might as well write this down. 2 sword. 3. There's a hammer. Yeah, that's it. 4 was an axe. 5 hands. And 6 chain weapon. There we go. Writing it down. Much better. Right. So. You said that you didn't like the look of 4 who had an axe.
Yes.
It was right off here.
Right in the middle.
Right in the middle.
Okay. I'm going to try for full intangibility,
Okay.
keeping my eyes locked on the axe guy.
Okay. You become intangible as you begin to start sinking into the ground.
And
You have
I
no
will
longer got the ability of sight, hearing, or the ability of breathing.
now charge him to smack.
As you begin to do so, you fall into the ground. You are falling further. Not that you know that, because you can't see. Do you have the ability phase swimming?
I unlock that in the next perk.
You continue going down. We come back to... I mean, you still have an action. You attempt to charge at him. Are you just going to attempt to attack blindly?
Well, I'm going to attempt to attack where I think he would be,
Okay.
judging on what I had vision-wise before it went black.
Okay, roll for attack.
Wow.
Oh, dick.
You attempt to swing, and you for some reason you feel like there's some kind of like real issue with the grip of your weapon. As you do so, like
Oh wait, I didn't draw it.
You feel a sort of a shunt feeling on your weapon, and then suddenly like you feel a lot more free. Everyone else who is seeing this, Fletcher just suddenly started sinking into the ground as he attempted to sort of like move forward, but it was almost like watching a guy in quicksand, where both of the ends of his staff then got stuck against the ground and broke off as he attempted to swing at the ground and continued going.
Oh.
What he does not know is that they now no longer have those spear tips at the end of his staff. As he continues falling further into the ground, he is now completely engulfed in the earth. We now... Well, that's the end of that. We now come back to... We now go to Rakia.
Plus, you're stuck between a rock and a hard place.
Oh.
Stuck between dimensions and reality.
Swallowed up by the earth itself.
You've been floored.
Oh no. You're grounded. People always said that you was down to earth.
Guys, you're digging a hole here.
I knew the dirt would consume me one day.
Fletcher was digging his own grave.
I mean, we could say for certain he's definitely 6 foot under now.
Yeah.
1 foot in the grave.
A lot more than that.
Already
It's a lot more than that.
Everything in the grave.
One of everything in the grave.
Well, first of all, I'm gonna. Well, for my first action, can I do an insight check and then an attack?
Absolutely.
All right, I'm gonna do an insight. Which one is like the most threatened one? The one I can easily take down? What would be the best opponent
Okay.
to take on?
Honestly, they all look pretty damn generic. But the one in the back, that number 5, the one that is unarmed, he looks a bit more like the leader of this gang.
If I could take him down, then that might be they might, the others might scatter or get okay. I'll have a go with that with my whip.
Okay, you will have to get closer. Also, isn't your whip broken? Yes, it is.
No, it's only the tip that contained poison.
Just the tip.
Yeah, it was just the poison tip, so it doesn't have the cool poison tip anymore. It's only got just a regular whip now.
Okay, as I said, you'll have to get closer either way.
Okay. Yeah, so I could I'll just get a little bit closer.
In which direction?
Since it's in the back, so it's towards the people, so.
So do you want to go the trees way, or do you want to sort of go out the?
I'll go. Actually, do I know that Cloak has climbed a tree?
No, not at all.
I'll go the tree way then.
So this way.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So you want to go? Do you want to go through the trees or just? Well, you'll have to get closer.
I'll have to go through the trees. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Just get closer that way. Yeah. Yeah. And then.
Okay. Well, as you're doing that, and you are now within this range, you are allowed to roll for an attack. However, all 3 of 3, 4, and 5, as well as 2, are now allowed to roll reaction against you.
Okay then. Well, in that case, I'm gonna. Well, if that's the case, then I'm not gonna do whip. I'm gonna do extremity whip.
You already said whip. I'm afraid you're gonna have to go.
Okay, whip then. Fine. Fine then.
Whip.
Wager whip. I'm about to do a wager whip.
So these are the 3 goons.
Is that whippersnapper?
All right, here we go.
Okay, and this is the other guy. Okay. None of them, I will say this, none of them stop you, but you do get reactively hit once by one of them. And you're just hitting this guy, correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
With my whip.
Roll the damage.
Okay, so it's 2d10. 2 d10. I gotta do up my whip. Basically, I'm doing this because plus 3 plus d6. And the d6 is to bleed, just so that people know. So yeah.
Yeah, fair enough.
Not bad. Not bad.
Not bad at all. Not bad at all. Okay. Bosh. Yeah, you deal 17 points of damage to this guy. However, you are dealt 8 points of damage. Not a lot.
So I got 14 left though. Still, it's like.
You had 14 damage in total taken. So you're up to 20. 22. You got like yeah.
Yeah, so I'm
28.
down to
40. Wait. I'm not mathsing good. How much is actually? What is your current health and vitality? Actually, your maximum.
My
health?
current health, yeah, because I actually have gone up because I got a bunch of milestones. So my maximum health now is 46, and my vitality is 22.
Okay, yeah, no, I have changed it then. Yeah. So the amount of damage that you had at the beginning of this, because you did get healed, but not fully. You had 14 damage in your current stockpile of damage, meaning that you basically had 32 in total, and now taking away 8 from that, you are now left with I want to say 18 health left. I think.
So 18 is the vote.
I think so. Yeah.
We put
Because you've
okay.
taken a sum total of 28 out of 46 damage. Which I believe
Oh,
is
okay then.
18.
Yeah, you would.
Okay.
Well, that's good news. That gives me more health points.
Yeah, as the dude here, number 3, basically hits into you with with his hammer, just in the side. However, you've already sort of like, you know, swept up your whip to sort of like get this guy as it does cut through his clothing. It is now the turn of Cloak.
Yeah. Okay. Racky's over there.
Yes. Yeah.
Technically, there's that, like... Which one is that that's, like, the furthest out?
That one. Number 1.
What was their deal again?
Knife, curved knife.
I mean, I see their attention is on Racky, but...
Sort of, a little bit, yeah. I mean, they didn't see you climb that tree, so either way it would be a disadvantage to this guy, because he doesn't know that you're there.
Yeah.
Because basically, if someone is invisible or is not able to be seen, and they are doing an action, and still you don't know that they are there or exist, it basically is the equivalent of like a free stealth roll.
Yeah. Technically, my actions I can use. For 10, like muscle control, and then I activate my nullification thing in case I hit him. I can then use my usage stock on it.
Yeah, because your special nullification ability, your special ability is a bonus action now, isn't it? Because it's like it's a activation where you can just activate it freely.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you can roll one. You can roll one, and then you can roll the other. So yeah, roll for muscle control.
So I might as well just activate the nullification thing.
Well, yeah. Yeah. It's a free action. So as long as you've told me that you're using it, yeah, because there's no roll required for it.
Muscle control like never works, but might as well.
Roll for it.
Yeah.
Okay, 1 success.
It worked.
It works. As you tighten up your muscles and condense, granting you an almost increased strengthening of your own muscle as you control the constriction. As if you were to turn one of your own limbs into iron itself.
Okay. Right, I guess I'll try and use... I'm coming over there.
Okay. I love that.
That does not work. I will simply throw my...
You throw your dart.
Simply have to throw my dart at the man.
Okay, I'll roll disadvantage. Jeez, okay.
That was helpful.
Much better.
I know that things added to melee attacks. Does this also count as one of those things that I add my modifier to? Like for muscle control?
No, it's only unarmed.
Okay.
It still counts as a success because you did succeed in using it. It just doesn't count as a success when you.
I mean, technically, it's still active for the rotation, anyway.
Oh yeah. Either way, yeah, you stab into him, roll damage.
Okay. It's not very interesting map now. It's just down.
You say that. That's 11. That's not bad. As you still throw the dart, the knife into him, and it stabs into his neck. As he's like, what the hell? As he just has no idea where the heck that came from.
It's still in the leaves.
As it is now the time for Felix.
Oh boy. I'll use my first action just to eat the flower. Since,
Eat it. Eat the flower. You consume the flower. Its taste is a little, well, flowery. It's kind of like almost eating like soap, but powdery. It's a little sort of leafy. But once it goes down, you feel a sudden burst of vitalization, a sudden snap on your arm, as now your hand is fixed and healed, and you have been given an extra 5 points of health back.
I gotta love having more
You
HP.
now have 13 health in total out of 26. So basically, you're back to half of your health. And you no longer have a broken arm.
Which is very good. Alright. I'm debating if I want to just run up and charge the nearest guy.
Yeah, you can do.
Just run up and give him a mean right hook with my new knuckle dusters.
You may attempt to do so if you would like.
Yeah. So that's... trying to remember what I need to roll.
You can. Do you now have reactive strike under hand to hand?
Under hand to hand. Let me go.
Reactive strike or reactive hit?
Yes.
Okay, so you can either roll strength or you can now roll hand to hand, where you roll a d20 plus whatever your hand to hand level is instead of your strength.
Okay. So it'll be a d20 plus 5. I
Yep.
think. Yeah. I'll do that. Okay. So 10.
Oof. You attempt to, as you, run towards the guy who's just been shivved by a sky knife, he then turns around to see you charging him and goes, "Oh, no, you don't," ducks under your jab, and then basically attempts to stab you right in the stomach.
Okay.
As he does.
It's a good thing I have that breastplate.
Yeah.
Plus 10 physical resistance, chest plate.
Yep.
Nothing. As he goes, and for a second, to the two people behind you, in fact, including the person above you, it looks like you just got shanked. But then he goes, "What the?" As he looks down, the blade hasn't moved an inch off of the sheen of that steel. He looks at you and he's realised his one chance at reactively hitting you has failed. The damage is neutralised, and you are safe. It is now the turn of Felix. Oh no, sorry, Adrian.
Oh yes, I should go again. There's a left hook.
Oh, good. Great news.
So that will get you a point in your blacksmith or a point in your SP. You made it with your SP, so I'm going to say that it will get you a point in your SP, Adrian.
Okay.
SP for days.
I mean, next time I get XP, next time will be good. Thankfully. I'm going to... Can I attempt using my practice to give me advantage to transform directly into night mode.
Ooh, okay. Alright then. Go ahead. I believe it's a roll requirement of 20, isn't it, when you're not in your...
Yes. Yes, it is. But it's possible. It's not possible.
It's not possible. Okay.
Why did you believe?
You did not transform. You have used one of your actions, but thankfully, since you did not get an actual one, you still can use your powers this rotation.
Can I move and transform at the same time?
Technically, yes, but you wouldn't be able to attack.
Okay, I'm just going to I'm going to transform and run towards the closest man. But I'm just going to transform into my hybrid mode and hope he tries to attack me.
Intimidation.
Roll power. It does not work.
For Adrian to get shivved.
He attempts to react against you. Which, by the way, I mean, he just all he does is just like swipe at you, and it just doesn't do anything because you weren't attempting to attack him, and you didn't get close enough to attack him. And that's
preemptively it tries to attack me, but I'm just quite slow.
And that's
punches where my head would be if I was 5 seconds faster.
That's about it for that. So it's now onto the enemies, and this guy now attempts to attack. Funnily enough, attempts to attack Felix again, as he just goes, well, I know that you got armor, but I know that I can get you in the face, as he attempts to attack, but this time slightly higher. You can roll reactive strike, which means you basically are rolling the same thing, to attempt to basically hit him at the same time or before he hits you.
So it's just d20 plus 5 again, or?
Yeah.
The fact he's wearing a helmet help at least.
No.
Even if it's made of wood.
No.
Getting right in the bit where it's exposed for the eyes.
Like the chin guard.
He's going for the neck.
No.
You should have headbutted him.
He does 3 points of damage to Felix.
Ow.
Oh no.
Cut yourself
10 HP left. It is now number 2's turn, as Guy with a sword attempts to attack Rakia.
Not sword man.
As he swings his blade towards Rakia. How would Rakia like to react?
Well, I guess it would be reactive. I'm just going to try and knock him out the way.
What are you rolling for that?
No, actually, let me figure
Wait,
out
not
this.
my
I guess you can roll finesse to sort of slightly dodge.
Yeah.
And if you
Yeah,
get a
just
high enough
dodge.
amount, you can push him over.
Yeah. Yeah. Cow-tipping him. Okay, yeah, alright, I'm rolling finesse. 8, 9, 10. I'm loving my booster of 12, please. Yay.
Yeah. You get... Yeah, just enough. So you basically dodge past, you let him go past, and as he's sort of going past, you just pretty much push him down. I did not mean to do that. There we go. So he's now prone. 2 is now prone. 3 is rather cocky that he actually was the only person in his team that actually got to land a blow against the Huskonian, as he attempts to now swing his hammer towards you.
Can I do the same thing?
Or like
dodge
reactive.
and then push him over?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, dodge and then push him over again.
Yeah, roll finesse.
Push. Yay!
You let him go past you and push him as well. Ooh. Ah! There we go. Number 4 is going to attempt to attack you, Adrian.
Okay.
As he charges with his one-handed axe and attempts to slash you. Slashed. Jeez. How would you like to react?
Oh. Give me a second here.
How would you like to react? Not dyingly, please.
You know what, I'm gonna... Because it's the one thing I'm great at, I'm gonna block. Hopefully, if I'm lucky. Very unlikely, I might be able to attack back. Oh, never mind.
No, and it also fails.
Fails.
As he does... Six points of damage.
Just to make sure, how much health do I have left?
You now have 5.
Sweet. It's livable.
As when you attempted to put your arms up, he just basically cuts you into the shoulder with his axe. The pain is bearable, but it's still pain. And number 5, who was not too happy about what you did. So he's now rushing towards Rakia.
Well, that was his first mistake.
Why would you move closer to Raki?
Yeah, this was not. This was your folly, sir. Since he's moving towards me to do it, I am going to attempt to reactively just clock him right in the face.
Okay, reactive strike, roll for martial arts.
Okay, why don't I just check? I keep forgetting. This is why I write everything down. Because I'm +6 now. Martial arts. Come on, baby. Oh!
As he hits you, and then he follows up with another strike. You can react to this one as well, if you would like.
Yes, please. Can I? I don't know. I mean, that didn't work out so well for me, but that wasn't such a great roll. So I'm going to attempt to. When he's trying to hit me again, can I do the kung fu thing, where with a finesse I sort of go under him and lift him up, and then he just rolls off me?
Yeah. If you can get a high enough finesse.
All right.
You got a high
Boom!
enough finesse. However, he did strike you beforehand, which he dealt.
Oh.
10 points of damage to you.
It's 8.
Yes, which means that you are now on 38, which means that you are on 8. 8 left. Jeez. Ugh. But yes, he is now prone. As he is over here. There we go.
This is how we go out, defeated by generic enemies.
No, they're so basic. No, please. They're getting basicer by the minute.
Damn it.
There's nothing more us than that.
The chain weapon user starts spinning their chain. And then immediately lobs it up, as it seems it's going towards Cloak. Time out, let me get my weps. Jeez. Can you beat a 9?
Okay, so... Can I, I have the other guy, obviously attached to this rope, right?
Yeah.
I guess I could keep it attached to him, but, jump from the tree towards this guy and just try and clock him in the face.
So what? So in other words, sort of using
acrobat. I'm gonna acrobatics down from the tree, and then if I get high enough, I'll try and smack him in the face.
What? 1 or 6?
I will try and smack 1 again.
Okay. Roll acrobatics. Nice. And since you are technically using the reaction to hit another person, I'll use this to see if he can reactively beat you. He cannot. You not only dodge the chain weapon going towards you, but you then also jump and pull yourself towards, and then attack and kick this guy. Roll damage.
Muscle control.
Jeez, okay. Well, full disclosure, he's knocked out. As you just conk him out, it's like, yeah, you could. What the? As he is now unconscious, and I will now colour him slightly different. There we go. I'll make him a faded red and. Oh, hello, tree. Goodbye, tree. There we go, Cloak.
And suddenly a tree attack.
Where is Cloak?
Damn treants. Cloak jumped
Like
so
Lord of the
far.
Rings all over again.
There we go. They're in the trees. Right, there we go.
Are the trees.
Yes, you've now knocked him out, and you're now back out down onto the ground. It is now the time for Fletcher. Fletcher, you are still unaware as to what exactly is going on around you. You feel the sensation of falling. Roll me endurance.
Nice.
Okay.
What'd you get?
I got a natural 20.
Nice. Despite the fact that you have been underground for at least quite a few seconds, if not almost a minute, you are not suffocating yet. What would you like your first action or actions to be?
I guess I should unphase.
Okay.
Come back to reality.
You immediately phase and pop right out as you are now back on solid ground. You look at your staff and realise that the two sharp pointy ends are no longer on your staff.
I don't have to get them replaced. Right, what's going on in the battle?
As you can see, all of your friends and enemies are over here. About 6 or 8 meters away from you in total. So, well within your move speed to be able to get to them for at least one good old thwack to someone.
Alright. The tree closest to, the tree farthest from the guy with the chain whip.
This one or this one?
Yes, this one. Could I run to that? Is that
Yeah,
within
you
my
could-
move speed?
You could either run directly to it or you could run around to it.
Alright.
That would be 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. Is that what you want to do?
Yes.
Okay. You have done that?
Do I still have an action?
Yes, because you haven't used all of your move speed. Unless if your move speed is under 15.
No, it's 26.
You are
Thankfully.
fine.
If that tree were to fall, where would it land roughly?
This tree would probably either fall.
Would it land directly on the guy?
It would either
with the
fall.
chain whip?
Well, it really depends on where you cut it, because it would either fall in this direction or it could fall in this direction. Technically, it depends on where you cut it.
I see you already know where I'm going with this.
Mm-hmm.
I wish to drop that tree onto the chain whip guy.
Okay.
So I will angle my staff in a way that if I can do it, I'm going to phase cut the trunk of the tree.
Roll it and let's find out.
Wait, let me make sure I'm in the right dice. Yep, I'm in the right dice chat. D.
Come on, man. You had a natural 20 earlier.
Come on. Yes!
Oh, beautiful.
That's Phase Cutter.
As you
Now I smash. Wait. Sorry, was I interrupting you there?
no go.
So I'm hitting the tree, right?
Yeah, hitting the tree. I completely forgot that phase cutter was technically activation and then execution.
Mm-hmm. Oh!
Nice. As you basically angle your staff in a specific way, passing your ability through it, and then pretty much just slicing through a particular chunk of the tree, it begins to topple. As it begins to topple... That was a fail. As it begins to topple, I will attempt to try this again, and if not, I'll just move it.
Put it on top.
Oh,
Fuck!
So,
we're all dead.
everyone
We're all
within that
crushed.
radius, please must roll, and well, some kind of reaction. I think Cloak and Felix might be all right, but I'm going to ask all of them to roll a reaction. And I'll be nice and say that it is a DC of 15 rather than beating.
Well, it makes more sense if it's
It
environmental.
looks like it
Me?
only hits. It looks like it only hits Adrian.
Hey! Damn it,
It
stop! To kill me. Can
Get
I roll
out the
evasion?
cauldron!
Yeah, you can roll evasion, yeah.
Cool.
Evasion.
Wow.
Yep, success. This guy isn't succeeding,
Roll
so
evasion, I guess.
yep.
A natural 20.
thank God.
Yep. I'm out of there.
Yeah, everyone except from, funnily enough, the target succeeded, so the target gets hit by the tree and
Although,
squashed.
seriously, what the hell, Fletcher?
As I now have to ask, how far away are you guys going? So obviously, Adrian, you'll have to go off in this direction. Felix, you can go off in back, left, right, any of those sort of three directions.
I'll just jump back a bit.
Okay.
Yeah.
And Cloak, you can go back,
Yeah, I'm just
left,
gonna
right.
hide behind the tree behind us.
Okay.
He
Come
jumped
here.
so damn well. He jumped
Where-
backwards up a tree.
Back.
I feel like somehow did a backflip in full armor.
I mean, he's fast, and he's actually quite strong for someone who, who's not got powers. But even still, he is actually quite strong. We always forget this. He's actually not that weak.
Yeah.
So yes, it is now the turn of Rakia after an entire tree just fell down on. I actually just realised that's like two of their
Two
teammates.
people under there.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So that's taken down two others, and potentially killed that other guy.
Yeah, so,
Whip guy and knife guy, right?
Yeah. So chain dude, axe dude, and knife dude. All
now,
encompassed.
Like
Yeah,
I
although
said,
knife dude was already
if a
down.
tree falls in the middle of the woods, it's gonna hear it.
So Rakia, it is now your turn.
I mean, well, that's stealing my moves, so I don't want to be
They
outdone.
pulled Arakia.
Yeah, I learned it from you. Yeah. So since all these guys are prone, this is perfect putting trees on them situation. So I'm gonna, the tree that is like, behind me that will like fall on directly onto them. I'm gonna try the Rakia special, which is razor swipe.
Okay.
So yeah. Okay. Let me just get that. It's 12. No, it doesn't quite make it, but I can still do my damage.
Still do your damage. Yeah.
Yeah, which is quite a lot of dams. I've got so 2d10.
We set up a fire in this area to trying to stay around her, but now everyone's knocking down trees.
Well, we can make an even bigger fire. Make a bonfire, you know?
Yeah, I think that might alert people to our location.
Maybe, but
Well, you know, we've already knocked down a tree.
Yes,
You
my
know,
point
when in
exactly.
Rome, knock down a tree.
okay. I will just check and see if this works. You do a lot of damage. You smack off a huge chunk of it, and even rip a part of the bark on around the area that you actually hit. However, you do not destroy it enough for it to come tumbling down upon them.
Damn it.
That is the end of your turn.
God damn it.
Sorry.
As we now come to Cloak.
I mean, these guys are like, you know, what are they doing, really?
They're all laying down. That's what they're doing.
Do they look particularly aggressive right now?
I mean, they were attempting to attack and kill your teammates. They're as aggressive as they can be whilst they are currently lying face down in the mud because they got knocked on their asses.
Yeah, sounds about right. Which one's which again?
Okay, I've actually got this now. It's hands, hammer, sword.
So I'll try and go for hands.
Okay.
I'll try what I did. I'll try what I did last time.
Is this muscle control and then...
Yeah, I'll try muscle control. See if that works. Yep. I will activate nullification. I guess I will attempt my ability again.
I'ma get over there.
Yes, I will try and get over there. That does work. I think then that hits.
Well, I'm waiting for the second roll.
Okay. Oh. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
So, yeah, you stab. Yeah, you stab it in. So the equivalent of it is that he attempts to like wait until like you get towards him, but you then throw a knife, which then sort of throws him off a little. I mean, I'm actually going to roll disadvantage anyway, but to be honest, I don't think I need to, because even if he gets better, that'll just be cancelled.
Yeah, because he's
Yeah, I mean, yeah. As I said, even if it's better, it gets cancelled out anyway because disadvantage. He beats the first roll, which doesn't matter because the whole point of it is usage style. So as you throw the knife, it hits him, and he attempts to throw a punch, which does nothing because he thought that you were going to hit him first, and then you launch yourself towards him and then kick him. Roll damage of each of those two hits. So the first one,
okay.
and then the second one. It's only because that both of them don't break vitality.
Yeah.
Well, they could, but you know what I mean. Like,
It's unlikely, but yeah, that's possible though.
Yeah, that definitely brings vitality. And then the second one.
No, that is it says 10 and then 17.
Okay. Never mind then. Yeah, basically you just knock him out with that kick. Bosh. Apply. Okay, it is now the turn of Felix. I was about to say Fletcher. Felix. Felele. So, there are still two off in the distance near Rakia.
Indeed there are. Let's see.
They're on their asses.
Yeah. I mean, I guess I should probably just run up and start punching.
Just the two of us.
That is fair enough, yeah. I'm just going to do this for the fire. There we go. So now we know where the fire is.
Okay, no chance of forest fire then.
Yeah. Okay, so you're going to run up and just punch one of them. Which one?
Yeah.
Number 2, who has the sword, or number 3, who has the hammer?
I'll go with the hammer guy. It's hammer time.
Okay. Roll your roll, and I shall attempt to roll mine. Still quite something to beat, especially with the disadvantage. Here we go. And away we don't. Yep, you hit him. Roll damage.
Cool.
So this will be unarmed brawler without obviously your super strength, because obviously you don't have it. But then it would be.
Yeah.
It'll then be plus your. Yeah, so basically it's your base dice rolls plus your base strength plus your new Knuckle Dusters damage.
Okay, I'm so much stuff to remember.
A lot has happened. Plus, we've sort of been out of the loop for about like a month now. Like this is the first game that we've had in a month.
Yeah. So, just trying to remember what my base non-stockpile attack roll is. Was that's not?
It should be 2d4s plus whatever your strength is.
Okay, my strength is +3.
So 2d4s plus 3 plus whatever your Knuckle Dusters do, or Knuckle Duster does.
It's a 2x +4,
So it's plus, yeah, so it's +4. Wait, is it +4? Like a single one is +4. Is that correct, Sam?
Yeah, that you rolled. You was plus
It
one,
is.
Sam.
It is
Okay.
because the start off steel is +2, and getting anywhere from like 10 to 19 plus another 2.
Gotcha.
I did ask to make sure that 20, like nat 20, isn't whatever it was, but no, it
Okay.
is +4.
Awesome.
Just you wait till I get it spiked and it does like bleed damage and stuff. Just wait, it's gonna be great.
so it's 2d4 plus 7.
Yeah, so in total 2d4 plus 7. Still though, even at its weakest it does 9. That's still scary.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that was one attack.
Jeez. Okay, so you hit him.
Nothing's changed.
Like he sort of like tries to get up, and then you just sort of like punch him in the face. That sort of brings him down again. It's now Adrian's turn.
Did the running up take one action or?
Attacks always end your turn, unless
Yes,
if you have
yeah.
combo.
Okay,
Yeah.
is there anyone else still alive or conscious?
I mean, you can't see because of the tree, but you could walk around to have a look.
I will do that.
In which direction would you like to go?
Around the tree.
Left or right?
Probably kind of like anti-clockwise, so left, I'm assuming.
Yep. You
Hard to see
see
from this angle.
You see these two. You see
Are
two.
they standing up?
They're still both prone at the moment. 2 and 3.
Okay. I more or less just move over and try to go for the knockout punch.
Okay. Yeah, roll for it.
Yeah, because I have strength. I have good strength. He says, hoping doesn't screw this up.
I mean, you just have to beat an 11. There you go.
Yeah.
So this is knockout, so I'll roll con. Yeah. Boosh! As you just knock him out straight away. Unconscious. It's now the enemy's turns as number 3 gets back up. He sees that he and all of his friends have lost. He sort of dusts off and sort of like wipes the blood away from his bloodied nose thanks to the punch that was just recently delivered by a Felix. Looking at all of you, he just goes, I guess I am completely and utterly screwed. There's no way that I can win this fight.
I would recommend surrender.
Very well. I guess I could do so. After all, I'm not exactly in this to die. I will, if you would allow me, to attempt to take what is left of my team away.
Adrian looks to the group to say, should we take their weapons or should we just leave them to go?
I think we'll. I think it would be best to take their weapons and badges.
Well, hold on now. We at least need our weapons. I understand about the badges, but we need our weapons.
I just poke my head around the tree and just go, badges?
Oh yeah, I forgot that you actually were like right behind this tree. Obviously, you were smacking it. There we go.
Yeah, he's walking up from this like pitch black darkness. You know, he's making these noises. He doesn't realize people can't hear him.
Oh, what cloak?
Yeah, as he like emerges.
I mean, like there's sort of a light flickering on you now when you sort of like come back from like the shade of it, because you obviously knocked this guy out. Like you sort of brought yourself to him, knocked him out. As you sort of get up from that kick, like the light sort of like shines on you, sort of showing your silhouette. Everyone should be able to now see each other. And again, as I said, the guy, no, I'm going to call him just number 3 or Hammerman. He's just basically sort of like, I cannot just let them all die, but I also cannot let us have our weapons taken.
Badges.
We'll take your badges and let you take your leave. Just don't come back yet.
Whatever points you have!
So,
I think we would have got points from taking them down, though.
Yes, which
got
I
won't
now
worry
need
about
to
that
do.
until we've sent them away.
I now need to do, because I will say that like he does just drag these 2 off, because they are the only unconscious ones, because every other one of them, it turns out they are dead underneath that tree.
What?
Oh, well, kill count for Fletcher.
Whoops.
There we go. Begins to
Do I
fall.
get to keep the people who are dead's weapons?
Exactly. See?
I mean,
It worked out just
yes, considering that he doesn't really see any point in it. But anyway, yes. So, in sum total, they give away 7 badges because they seemed to have some.
Ooh, so one at an extra.
I guess you could say either one each, and then there's 2 left over. But that's entirely up to you how you want to divide them. Right. So.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna get. I think we should give 1 to Fletcher and 1 to one to Cloak, aka Razor.
So those are the points that Cloak got from his win, his defeat, or whatever you want to call it. This is the amount that Fletcher got from his lot. Hang on a second.
Whoa!
Damn.
From the second one you took down, Bill, and then Felix. Felix. Yeah, you didn't finish off one. Oh yeah, no, it's you. And then finally, Wasp. There we go. So
9.
First and third rolls are Bill's. Second roll, which was the 4 D100s, are for Fletcher. And then the 99 is for Adrian.
Sad Rakia is sad.
We all have another badge except for Fletcher and Cloak. You have 2 extra badges now.
By the way, what are your point counters? I should probably have asked this ages ago.
Give me a minute, I'm still mathing.
174.
I'm at the moment I'm 296 points.
178.
Right, so let's do Felix first because you are on the top. 178.
Damn!
Adrian, do you know what your start count is?
374.
Jeez, okay, 374. Fletcher. Do you want me to come back to you?
No, I'm good. I'm just I don't. Rakia, don't hate me. 808.
What?
Jeez.
Don't eat me.
Damn.
I mean,
Okay.
I just like. Okay, you know what's gonna happen? We're gonna have a character moment here, Fletcher.
Well,
is what's gonna happen.
we'll sort this out in a second. So, Rakia, how many stars do you have? Oh, sorry, not
Well,
stars. How many points?
I've got,
Sorry.
I have 296.
296. That's not bad. And Cloak.
But it's not 800 though.
How many points do you have, Cloak? I feel like either Bill's connection has dropped out or Bill is just being on purposefully quiet because he knows that he's got even more.
No, I'm just not revealing anything.
Well, I mean, I need to know for the sake of it, like how much do you
I
have?
sent it to you.
Oh, did you? Okay.
Basically, I have more than him.
Oh, okay, interesting. Okay. Gotcha. Right. Yeah, okay, so your point counters go up after you've defeated any of the opponents that you get. It is noticeable to you and only you, although any of you who are actually wearing any clothing around the arm that you have your counter on, it will not be visible to anyone else, unless if you are making it visually obvious.
Thank gosh for my cloak then.
Yes, yeah. Cloak, yours is obviously hidden because that you're covered in head to toe.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, viewers, the new artwork that we currently have is in fact now including that of I've immediately forgot your name. Cloak. It is including that of Cloak, as you can see. Next to, in between the two Huskonians, we actually have the ninja-like cloak. And there we go. And now back to the tabletop.
I like his design.
I really enjoy that design. That's a really good design. Again, special thanks to. I was immediately about to say the wrong name there. Special thanks to Coin, who did the artwork for that one.
Looking upon it, shouldn't we call him Scarf instead of Cloak?
Or Cow.
Cowl, yeah. Or Ninja.
I mean, we already have
Chief Ninja
Eraser.
Batman.
Well, technically, in-game, you guys call him Eraser. It's just that we meta call him Cloak, which, to be fair, we should start calling him Eraser, because that's actually what your characters in-game call him. Because you never dubbed him Cloak. I just dubbed him Cloak meta, because I didn't know what to call him.
He does have a name, but I'm not going to tell anyone his name.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. Felix was away for a while, then you guys found Felix again. All of a sudden, Cloak's Eraser now. We're like, all right.
Oh, so you finally figured out his name? No, that's just what we called him as a nickname. Oh, okay.
It's too awkward to ask him his name now. His name is Eraser now. Oh my god! I mean, it's so good that Rakia can't see your points right now because Rakia might start to hear Kill Bill music in the back. Never mind.
Doom music begins playing and Alex is behind.
When the Doom music kicks in.
Well, that block.
I will say Felix doesn't really want any of the pins. So.
Oh, I'll take the pins if you don't want it. Say, I'll have it.
Does
Can I have an
everyone let
extra one
Rakia
then?
have the spare pins?
Yes.
Oh, great!
No, I take 2.
Okay.
Oh,
So that's 1 for Adrian, 1 for Fletcher, 2 for Cloak, and then that would be what? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 3 for Rakia.
hey! So 6, 7, 8, 9. I got 9 badges now.
Can I find what weapons the 3 dead people have?
Absolutely. The 3 dead people had a chain-like weapon, which I will inform you what that is in a second, a knife, and an axe.
Okay, I'm going to take these and probably melt them all down to make better things for Felix.
I'm gonna
Straight
start
away?
taking apart the-
I mean, I'll definitely turn the knife, and I'll kind of indicate Felix to come closer.
Alright.
Would you like me to finish off making your knuckle dusters?
Yeah, let me take them off for you.
Thank you. And then I will make them spiky now using the metal from the knife.
Okay.
On high number.
You got this, Nat 20. You can do this.
High enough.
14. So, you'll see what 14 does.
I'll look that up now.
Okay,
That's-
whilst that's going on.
That's math.
Fletcher, what are
Yes.
you doing?
I guess walking closer to everyone so I can join in.
See, do you want me to roll twice, 1 for each knuckle duster?
I'm going to say no, because you didn't specify if you were going to do so or not, and I don't know. I think it would just save time.
It will.
I guess I would want to roll investigation, see if maybe they had anything else on them.
Absolutely, go ahead. Cloak, is there anything that you want to do? Nick their clothes, yeah, because Felix is in torn up suit. It's just ruined rags at this
I would
point.
like to do.
Felix, aside from the armor, is practically naked.
I wouldn't mind if there is enough material asking Adrian for one of those, I don't know, tiger claw type knuckle duster things.
Oh, okay. So like a dexterity style martial arts knuckle duster.
Yeah.
Or something. Yeah, tiger claw.
If that's the case, since you're searching, Fletcher, I will also search and help you with my searching skills.
Please do.
Okay. With a 9, you find not much else on them.
Their clothes.
Unless if you want to take off their clothes.
I mean, I guess I could take bits and pieces and maybe ask Adrian to repair Felix's suit with it.
I will say this: the clothes are not very damaged, but they are covered, and I mean absolutely covered. In fact, it's better to actually say full of viscera and blood.
Yeah, you squished them.
To be
they're
honest, I could
already
just fix
covered in-
Felix's. I could just fix Felix's clothes, but make them thinner, slightly thinner.
I mean, that is
Using
true.
I might just do that because I don't. Adrian, this is getting very morbid, even for Adrian. I'm just gonna
even for Adrian.
I
I wouldn't necessarily consider Adrian morbid, though. I don't know.
No, he's very
especially for
specific.
Adrian, shall we say? Not.
Yeah.
But no, yeah. So Adrian just kind of touches Felix and fixes their clothes as an additional thing.
Your clothes are now fixed underneath your armor.
Wonderful.
I'm a search in the viscera because
Okay.
this isn't normal enough for me.
You find
Oh, wait!
nothing.
Wait! I have total rescan SPMA. Ooh, free reroll for a natural 1.
Nice.
Okay.
Yeah. I finally get to use it again.
Another natural 1.
I swear to God, if I do,
Reroll.
Hey, well,
Okay.
18.
So you find 3 more badges within the viscera.
Yeah, you can
Yeah.
keep those rackets.
All mine.
And you also find
Oh.
I'm just now having a look. Another knife.
A knife. All right, I'll take that.
Okay. I'm gonna say. Basically, you see it in like a little pouch. It's inside of a pouch, sort of floating in the viscera and blood, and it's just sort of like a knife without a sheath inside of a strange sort of like pouch that only had like a zip to open it.
Okay. Oh, I'll take that. Was there any stats to go with it, or is it just a
roll
knife?
me finesse.
Okay, roll. All right. Don't know why I'm rolling for. Okay. Plus 12. All right.
You're sort of like fumbling around inside of the pouch. You eventually get the knife out, and you're sort of pulling on it. It seems to be slightly stuck in the pouch itself. Currently it's stuck on both the handle and the tip of the blade. So it's like you'd have to like grab it somewhere else to be able to re-center it and rejig it.
Hey,
Okay.
Hey, Rocky, are you having trouble with that?
No.
Funnily
Yeah.
enough, you are not having trouble with it. It's just because of where it is.
Yeah.
You rotate it and you pull it out, and quite frankly, it's a good thing that you pulled it out with a decent finesse, as the entirety of the blade is made out of a strange crystal that is all too familiar to most of you looking at it. All of you roll me a world knowledge with advantage, except from Adrian, who will roll normally.
If this is the crystal I think it is, it might just be, I look at it and think, oh, that looks like my necklace.
Yeah.
What else?
Vernon.
You know exactly what it is, but you don't know what it is, if that makes sense, Adrian.
With an natural 20, I know exactly what it is, but then I don't know what it is.
A total of 4, it looks like.
Yeah, you don't know what it is. It looks like a beautiful pink crystal blade.
I absolutely know what this is.
You just see it as again, pink crystal blade. Fletcher, you know what this is. Rakia, you know what this is. However, before I get to what you two know what it is, Adrian, you look down at your pendant and you look back up at that. It is the exact same stone. You've recognised it. But, in your culture, you just call it the pink opal.
Indeed.
You have no idea what else it is, what it is called. Some call it sugarstone. Some call it the poisoned crystal. Not really many people exactly know what it is in your culture, or at least specifically from the age of which that you grew up.
I mean, we were because it's a sign that shows that we are powerful, or like we have some amount of power because we're not afraid of it, because it can do us great harm. We are controlling it by wearing it.
However, Rakia and Fletcher, this is a dagger made from hilt all the way to the tip of the blade out of animite. A pink glowing crystal.
Whoa.
I'm just sort of like, you see,
Fine.
like, you know, I'm just like figured it out, you know, this is sort of like, Rakia's mind is like blown, it's just like going like, and then bring it out and then, you know, like fucking Nern root. And, you know, it's just like going, this is right.
It is.
Do I put it down or do I pick it up? Because mixed emotions of, oh my god, I found, the sword from the stone, but also this thing could really kill me right now.
I think
need to put this
that's
in
not
place.
an inaccurate summation, actually. Yeah, I think this thing could actually
it
kill you.
Do you want me to have it?
No. Adrian?
Yes?
Help. Could you make a cover for this thing,
Of course.
please? Quickly.
Adrian will just kind of take the blade. Carefully.
No.
Carefully, but not afraid, shall we say. Like, from the handle, obviously.
Yeah.
And make a sheath from some bark.
Roll for it.
The hell of a sheath.
The bark that you take is, funny enough, from the broken off pieces that Rakia had disassembled from the tree when she slapped it.
Can it have the signature of a wasp on it?
It can indeed, as it is reformed into a almost like a. It's almost similar to, I guess the best way to put it is imagining like every piece of that bark was shattered, and then it was already supposed to be the shape of that sheath. It now comes back into place perfectly, as if it always was made in the form of the sheath, and the wasp formation was always supposed to be that form, like as if it was all of it was just shards, and they just needed to be put back together. You now have a wooden sheath or cover to go around the blade of your Animite dagger.
I will give the dagger back to Rakia, and just to be sure, are we done like searching the dead bodies now?
Yeah, I would say so.
I would say so, yeah.
Then
Just
Adrian will just kind of touch the ground and like kind of make the ground, kind of bury the dead bodies in the ground.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that's. Yeah, just about.
Yep. The earth disassembles and swallows them up and goes back to the way that it once was. Along with the tree.
Yes.
They gave the tree a burial as well. That's how ethical we are here.
It's quite good to see that my skills are not lacking in my blacksmithing.
Equal opportunity burials. Also, sorry for nearly dropping a tree on you guys.
I've just realised that you guys are missing one person, and I think I might have accidentally deleted them.
Oh well.
It's Rakia. That's alright.
She accidentally got swallowed.
She got banished to the Shadow Realm.
We're all good. We're all good. I mean, so far it's been a good day. I got a little.
Well, good night.
What
Back
was
to
it
the
you
fun.
wanted me to make you, by the way, Eraser?
Maybe make me sort of knuckle duster, but more based on blades, like a tiger claw.
Adrian Kev tips the head as if to say, like a spiked knuckle duster? You wish for a spiked knuckle duster?
More
guess-
like short blades. But
I guess roll I guess both of you roll ingenuity to see if, first of all, if Cloak or Eraser can actually explain it, and also for you to, I mean, you can roll smithing if you want to see if that would help.
yeah, that's fair enough.
Just so I think I know
Okay.
what you mean.
It's pretty good.
So the way that you explain it is pretty much the equivalent of something wrapping around his hand or going into his hand, like it would be a knuckle duster, but instead of stuff around his knuckles, it's actually stuff on the back of his hand, like 3 blades on the back of his hand. Kind of almost like Wolverine, if you were to wear Wolverine claws.
So, like, pretty much you want this. I'll send a picture. I want the thing from Time Crisis. The ninjas from Time Crisis.
Or
Probably.
Vega's weapon from Street Fighter.
Not as long as Vega's weapon. Not that big though, but that's kind of ridiculous. It's not
Yeah, no, it's a
Voldo.
lot. Just similar
it's-
concept.
It's a bit more like this.
Oh, very nice.
Although isn't that just sort of just like a claw that like it goes in the hand?
Yeah,
you-
but I mean, kind of that mixed with
A knuckle duster, where it's just
yeah.
like you swipe with it. Okay.
Okay. Okay, then I will make that. I will attempt to make that. Should I roll just to make a knuckle duster first, and then roll to make the spikes?
No, you can actually state that the knuckle duster has spikes, but it's up to you if you want it to be that they are just slashing, or if you also want to have it that they are slashing and bleed, because at that point it would take 2 rolls.
I think I'll take 2 rolls just because
Okay.
bleed would be good. So it's just to make the knuckle duster.
Yep.
Yes. That is. Give me a second for.
Again, by the way,
small
all the
weapons.
weapons that you found, the metal is steel.
Okay, steel. So 16. That is +4.
Nice.
Oh, I'm using the axe to make this.
Okay.
So this is for both of these things, and then for the gated bits. Bits. What does that do? What does that do?
Well, considering that's you using your powers, isn't it? Not forging.
Yes.
Okay, yeah, it's just your powers just don't work on it.
Okay. Try again.
No, because what happens is what you guys are now sort of around the campfire. It's been now about an hour that you've been sort of looking through all your stuff, building bits, sort of sitting around the campfire, sort of keeping warm. It doesn't seem to be that like you guys haven't been attacked just yet again. As I said, it's been about an hour, so you've actually now gotten more accustomed to things. I want to ask, has anyone actually looked at their points since they had defeated their enemies?
Nope.
Well, I certainly haven't. Rek is constantly checking her points.
Fair enough.
Even though she knows that she probably hasn't got it. It's like checking the fridge every few minutes. Like maybe there's something good in there.
Fair enough. I'm assuming Fletcher. What about you?
I take notice of Rakia checking hers, so I was like, maybe I should check mine. And then in the back of my head, I was like, probably shouldn't do it in front of her.
Okay. And then finally, I'll bring the question that that I should probably ask all of you. After an hour passes by and you've now sort of sorted out your equipment, Adrian, you sort of finished up the claw, although you haven't yet gotten to the point of using the abilities to do what you need to do to get them to use bleed. I'm just now looking at something. The darkness is now properly set in, and it is now 8 p.m. at night. It is only 14 hours left until the end of the tournament's first stage. All of you are sitting there. You might be doing something, you might be trying to keep your mind off of it, but something does come to mind, which is maybe Felix's lost powers, the strength of the previous enemies that you have all faced, or even perhaps the defeats that you have encountered and the victories that you have achieved. But one thing is definitely certain: none of you have really talked to each other in any other way other than teammates. None of you really know who Cloak is, and also the only thing that you truly know about anyone is that Fletcher and Felix come from the same place, and Felix has an ill wife, and no one really knows too much exactly where Cloak is from, nor where Rakia is from. And something about Adrian coming from a hive. Either way, one thing is definitely certain in all of your minds. It is a decision that you must make that are these the people that you will be teammates, or these are the people that will become your next rivals when it moves on. Now, this is not a question that you have to answer, because this is a rhetorical question. But this is something that is dwelling within almost all of your minds.
I mean, because Adrian is just thinking, when are we going to do the clearing so that Rakia can help me find that green flame man? Today or tomorrow?
Either way, the hour passes. And I'm going to say Adrian begins saying, Adrian begins talking out loud.
Okay. I attempt to finish off what I'm doing and then kind of move towards Rakia.
You may roll SP.
Okay. That's enough.
Okay.
That does +1, so it's a +5. Real turn it does 1d6 bleed.
Gotcha. Did you get that, Bill?
Very nice, thank you.
And then I will go over to Rakia.
Which, it's okay, because you're sat or standing right next to them anyway.
Yeah, but I like to walk over. Be polite. Okay.
Yes?
I suppose. She with me to the clearing.
Should we go together? We'd be exposed. I'm kind of hurt.
Think you'd be able to follow him if we went in the morning?
How long ago was he there?
About an hour and a half ago. Think. Is it like an hour and a half ago?
Yeah, anywhere between an hour and a half to 2 hours ago. Yeah, you're pretty much right on the money.
An hour and a half ago, I believe.
As long as it's within 12 hours, the smell wouldn't have died down. So we should be okay.
We shall wait till the morning. Thank you, Rakia. Get polite bow.
And I just sort of grab onto you a little bit, just gently and stuff. And, just to indicate that we haven't finished talking yet.
Yes.
Yeah. You will kill him?
Adrian just kind of, you see their fists just kind of tighten.
I want to point out, everyone hears, you will kill him, in questioning voice. Everyone looks up from this.
It's mine to kill.
But if you fail, we'll have to kill him, right?
Will not fail. I cannot.
But just in case. Just looking up sort of imploringly.
She just kind of looks away.
It's really important that we kill him.
Yes. Yes, it is.
No, not just for you. For all of us. You don't... So, the Tens are Tendra and Ten are looking for him too. They're going to try to steal his powers and, well, with Felix's powers and the chemistry manipulators, I don't think that we would stand much of a chance. We can't defeat them yet, but perhaps we could stop them from getting stronger. So please, Adrian, do not fail.
Cannot fail. There is not an option B. Unthinkable.
I'm glad you understand, but please, I don't want you to die. You're too useful.
Adrian just kind of gives like a kind of a smile at that, like, thank you.
And
will
I
not
guess
die.
I'm just. And just know that if you don't do it, we will.
As that happens, I'm going to say, as you say, we will. The rest of the team sort of feel your eyes meet theirs, just temporarily. Does anyone agree with this sentiment as they go round, looking at you, Felix, Fletcher, Cloak? When you are looked at by Adrian or Rakia when saying, "If you don't kill him, we will," does anyone look affirmingly or confirmingly, so should I say, or does anyone just sort of like say or do anything, or even how do you react when you are looked at? I'm going to say we'll go to Felix first. When you're looked at first, how do you react?
Felix looks up and gives like a comforting smile.
Yeah, this is the most serious that Rakia has ever been. Just so that you know, it's like the most serious Rakia face.
When they look. Sorry, go.
So it's during the hour. Could Felix, since Felix wasn't really doing anything, I've been just sitting around. Could Felix have been cooking?
Yeah, absolutely, yeah. Do you have a recipe to cook?
I mean, hey, there's always fruit salad.
There's always fruit salad.
I mean, Adrian would like fruit salad, as that is a vegetarian dish.
Salad does sound good.
We don't have any meat, so.
So in other words, it's up to you if you want to prepare it where everyone just has like you cut all of the things up and sort of almost like a rationing it. So it's like you're technically preparing the sort of rationing. So everyone gets fruit salad, but it's like instead of everyone just eating an apple each, it's like I cut up one apple multiple times and then I sort of thing.
Yeah. I mean, we could boil them. I'm not sure what that would make other than like jam.
Some kind of weird mush.
like some.
Who would like some hot fruit mush?
Yum.
Adrian's just like face first into the pot.
Adrian just gets a straw from nowhere, just begins sucking out of it. It's like Mother used to make.
We'll just say that you prepare the fruit, like cutting it up and stuff. When the two look at you, Fletcher, how do you react?
I give a affirming nod.
And finally, when the two look at you after the dialogue, Eraser, what do you say? Or how do you react?
Well, considering I don't know precisely what they're talking about, I'm going to sort of look around a bit. Then I suppose look away into the fire.
Serious.
Eraser's being himself as usual.
Exactly.
Which means he'll be dragged along anyway.
After you have been fed by Felix, I'm going to state that you can choose how much of the fruit that everyone ate, or how much of the fruit you sacrificed. I'll say that minimum you need to sacrifice at least 5 pieces, but it's up to you if you want to sacrifice that or less. That or more. Sorry. But everyone has at least eaten something. In the terms of eating, you've at least eaten. It's come up to about another 20 minutes after everyone's just sat there. The fire is starting to die down. You no longer have any firewood, unless if you wish to attempt to find some more.
I mean, hey, a tree did fall down.
Yeah, but it did disappear.
And then it was swallowed up by the earth.
I'm sure there's a few branches around after the fall.
I could continue cutting down the tree I almost cut down.
We could just rip the armor off of Felix.
Oh, he needs it.
To be honest, Adrian would probably at this point kind of say, "Shall I begin preparing the underground room before it gets truly dark?"
Yeah. Yes, we will take a short rest.
Hey, Felix. Be good as a cook. It reminds me of back in Avarice City a long time ago when I was still with my family. I haven't really had often cooked meals like when he faced off against the guy with katana.
Yeah.
Do you remember the incident in Avarice City, roughly 20 years ago?
Could I make a history check?
You can indeed attempt to roll a history check.
Let's see, what's my history? Can't find it.
Under intelligence.
Yeah, okay, this is a flat roll.
Yes. You remember the incident where the entire hero sort of association building was swallowed up in just a whole thing. How old is Felix?
I'd say he's mid-30s, getting towards late 40s, so kind of 36 or something.
He was about 16 or so when this happened. It was all over the news, and it basically threw Avarice City into absolute chaos for a good 4 or 5 years.
Yes.
Yeah. I lost my entire family in that incident.
I'm sorry to hear that.
That's why I'm a bit of a nomad now. I just wanted to thank you because you reminded me of the good times back then. Before it. And that's why I kind of sympathize with you. It's hard losing what we have most close to us. I hope your life gets better.
As do I.
Fletcher was quiet.
As the time passes on a little further, Adrian continues to attempt to manipulate the very earth beneath them to make the accommodation necessary.
It finally does.
Upon melding the earth, breaking it down and reforming it into an underground bunker, it sort of dips in on itself as the earth just sort of almost a thin layer of earth is the only thing that you have as a platform, as the rest of the earth beneath it breaks down and then reforms the ceiling above you, keeping the fire slightly alit before it eventually dies out.
Of course, once again, hexagonal bed. Diagonal wee chutes that come out that people are meant to sleep in.
Absolutely.
Ah. Well, I'm going to attempt something with this. I'm going to eschew the bed in favor of the dirt because I'm going to try and activate dirt map.
Now, just real quick, who wants to take a short or who wants to take a long rest in terms of this vote? Because I will remind all of y'all, most of y'all have like a majority of your health missing.
Not too bad, am I?
No, you're fine. You've only got 8 damage, so you're fine. But everyone else, like, a majority of your health is gone, meaning that it would best benefit you for a long rest. And since you're underground, pretty much no one else is going to find you. But at the same time, it's also cutting the time down by 8 hours.
Yeah. I'm the clocks are ticking. I think we should do a short rest, and I'm gonna try and take a very short rest with my ability. So,
Yeah, but do we know whether we'll get like a long rest before? Like, so do we know about the period of time between this part of the competition and the next part? Or is it mystery?
All you know is that from what they said is that there will be the preliminaries and then there will be an intermission. Okay. You can roll a history to see if you remember anything from any of the previous games if you had watched them.
I'll say that I'm not an avid fan. I watched it last year in preparation.
Okay. Roll history to see if you remember.
That's just intro. Aha.
Cannot remember the amount of time in between. You do not remember the intermission, so you're not too sure.
Can I ask, if we were to take a long rest, how many hours will we have left after that?
I'm glad you asked, because I think that this is very important for you guys to know. You are currently at the 34th hour. If you were to take 8 hours rest, you would be brought up to 42. Out of 48, meaning that you'd have 6 hours left, and since it would then be from 8 to 6 a.m, you would then have ample time.
The best part is it still would be within those 12 hours that we need to get the scent.
Sorry, no, it wouldn't be 6. It wouldn't be 6 a.m. Sorry, it would be 4 a.m.
So Adrian will probably suggest the long rest.
I suggest that they go for a long rest, but I'm just going to go for a short rest.
well, I do want my XP. If I get outvoted, I'll.
I mean, to be fair, you can still take your short rest, but just do what Cloak does and just do stuff during those hours of downtime.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do that actually because I'm raring to go and I want to use this ability. Well, I'm going to attempt to use this ability anyway.
Okay, so 2 people for short rest, and then the rest of you all. Are you gonna go for long rest as well?
How much health does a short rest heal again?
100% of your health, so long as you haven't got anything that is obstructing it. And you guys don't have any injuries, so nothing would obstruct it.
So a short rest would fully heal?
No, a short rest would only heal half.
Right.
I want to push myself.
Could I eat the health bar now?
Yeah, absolutely. If you'd like.
You're really going to use that when we can have a long rest?
Actually, can I ask, how much health do we get back from eating the fruit salad?
It wasn't a recipe to heal, so none.
Yeah, just
Sadly none.
All right,
Oh, wow.
I'm gonna see if this works. If not, this will depend on whether I get a long or a short rest. No, I don't activate it. So
you're resting for 3 hours.
Never mind. I don't need the bar.
Well, the problem is that like Rakia, the way that it works is that Rakia would be short resting anyway because Rakia would be asleep for 3 hours. That's the penalty of that ability. Is that if she fails to do it for 1 hour, she's stuck in the cycle of having to do it for 3. So Alex, you're stuck with that. Eraser, you're also going to do a short rest as well. Is anyone else doing a short rest?
I've changed my mind about eating the flower and is now going a long rest.
Okay. So, Fletcher, Felix, Adrian, you three are going to go for long rest, yeah? Okay. Right. So, 8 hours go by. I will state that because it's 8 hours, the two that are not going to have the 8-hour rest, you have 5 hours. What would you like to do underground in pitch darkness for 5 hours?
Well, actually, I think this is a time for me to actually talk the cloak.
Okay.
You know, this is what I'm going to do. I'm just going to do the thing. You know, cloak is just waking up normally, and it's just like, and I've woken up, doesn't realise I've woken up. And I go like, Eraser, are you awake?
I was just gonna use some time to hone some of my skills down here.
It's really dark. What you gonna do?
I have some things that I like to do in the dark.
Just you know, pause to contemplate that. Like what?
It doesn't concern anyone but me, Rakia.
Can I help?
You can help by being quiet.
Okay. Hey, Eraser? Eraser? Eraser!
What is it?
Thank you for the badge.
No problem.
Okay, so in the saddening dismay to Rakia, what are you doing for your 5 hours? Albeit if you're not going to be distracted the entirety of that time.
Well, how much health have I actually got since?
Well, you basically you have 31 because you have removed enough damage to get yourself to 15 damage.
That's all right. Well, I guess that while he's doing that, I can practice. Actually, I'm wondering if I could practice something like SPMA or my knife skills or something. Just to kind of train up a little bit.
If you want to go above ground.
Yeah, I can do.
I mean, you'd have enough space. It's just that you would be in the dark.
Yeah, I mean, well, that would be good doing my SPMA.
That's also not fair, actually. That's also not fair to state that. Your wrist thing does allow you to generate light.
That's true.
It does generate enough light so that you can see. Just as a reminder, by the way, it is not actually a physical object. It's actually kind of like a glowing holographic tattoo that is on your skin. Just to remind those.
I guess,
You can, if you'd like, you can try rolling for knife proficiency 5 times. See if you can get yourself some points. Yeah, roll for that, and cloak.
I guess I'll try my mind again.
Okay, 5 times. Roll for it. Both of you. I just like the idea that it's almost like a Dragon Ball Z thing of just Rakia just sort of flailing a knife around like it, and it's just grunting and making noises the entire time whilst Cloak is just sitting there with his legs crossed and his hands in a meditation pose. It's just you're not there.
The Shikamaru hands.
Oh, the Shikamaru hand sign. It's just you're not there. No one is there. I'm all alone. Okay, so...
We've got the same number.
Actually, yeah. Okay, so that is... 4 successes for Rakia, and 4 successes for Cloak. Nice.
Oh, so yeah, I'll just put those onto my knife, then.
Absolutely.
Or is it 5 because one of them got a modified 20?
No. It has to be an natural 20.
Okay.
That's good. Yeah, so I've got a few successes there.
Okay. Meanwhile, in the land of sleeping, Adrian, you are brought to a site. A very particular site. One of a dark sky, full of effervescent lights, sparkling and fizzing around, and the moon, so glorious and so bright. But for some reason your heart is filled with fear and sadness. There is weight within your arms and over your left shoulder. Your wings are out and you feel nothing beneath your feet. There are tears within your eyes, and there is weeping, but it is not your own. As you turn to look back at whatever this is, you are greeted with a sight all too familiar. An entirety of the entirety of a town, a hive, burning in green flames and purple smoke. As it is burning, you suddenly see a flash, and you are standing in front of that man, as you did 10 hours ago. And suddenly, it goes dark. Felix, we come to you. You are sitting in a hospital. Just in a waiting room. You're anxious and you feel nauseous. And eventually, you hear, Mr. Fatigue.
Felix will look up if I have control of the dream.
You do have control to look up.
Cool.
You see a doctor standing in front of you. Can you please come with me?
Felix will stand up and go with said doctor.
Instead of walking to the hall, you're almost warped into a room. I'm afraid your wife, she has a very rare disease. It's some kind of strange illness that has something to do with an innate reaction to her powers. It seems to be starving her of all of her nutrients. You see, we've scanned through her medical records, and it seems as though that her parents didn't have too much in the terms of special abilities. But it seems as though that she has some kind of stockpiling power that allows her to absorb things, like the nutrients within objects upon tactile contact. But it seems as though it's reversed. Instead, it's absorbing nutrients from her own body, starving her. It's stockpiling a certain amount of energy, but that energy is also being used to keep her alive.
Is there any way to stop it?
I'm afraid there isn't an easy way of doing this. It seems as though her body is malnourished, as if she has never eaten in the last 3 weeks. It's almost like as if her entire body has been starved throughout multiple years and she's only ever had small amounts of food, just enough to survive. But yet you're saying that this came on only over the last month, correct?
Correct, yes.
That's around about the time that your second child was born. Mr. Fatigue, according to the records that you gave us, your wife has never actually shown any usage of a power up until now.
That's correct.
We have a theory. She was obviously born with some kind of a power, but It seems as though her body didn't ever awaken her abilities when she was younger. Some say that it happens during puberty, but that's not entirely true. It can also sometimes happen during the times of stress. Some people unlock it during a fight throughout their lives, or even a physical manifestation of one's own heart or feelings. Medically, there are other ways that someone can even unlock their own abilities. But I'm afraid in certain cases it can also be down to drastic medical events, such as childbirth or even going through surgery. I think, to put it in another way, her body is eating itself up, but it doesn't know where to put that energy. If she doesn't get medical attention that can reverse this effect soon, she might not have long left. We can put some nullification cufflinks on her, but she will have to remain in a coma whilst we attempt to continuously feed her these nutrients. But, Mr. Fatigue, I must warn you, reversing someone's abilities like this is almost impossible. We don't have the technology, but there are people who have abilities like this. There is a doctor, but I'm afraid he travels all across the world. It would be almost impossible to find him, and his procedures aren't exactly, cheap.
I'll do anything I can.
There's one last thing. Even though that her body is able to manifest this power, it's only enough to keep her alive. The power cannot just be simply taken away. It has to be reversed, and she must go through rehabilitation with a reversed version of her powers. She needs another stockpiling ability, one that can help her manifest physical strength and super durability, just to be able to stay alive as a normal human, while she can recover her body in a natural way. The sustenance that she required, the amount of malnutrition, the damage it's done, the ability is all it can do to just keep her alive. You suddenly fade out into darkness. All of you wake up. Now, I want to say this, Fletcher, the only thing in your dream is just the fact that you spoke to Felix. But when you looked into the fire, you saw... Basically, it's almost like a flashback, like a memory, but then when you look into the fire, you see the face of Ten hitting you. And then you see Ten, sort of with his devilish grin, as he broke the arm of Felix. As you then sort of wake up. Now, I want to point out, all three of you have awoken in cold sweats. All of you roll me nerve. All three of you.
Perfect. This will go great in my stockpile.
Oh, yeah. Lovely. Lovely,
So you now have
delicious
a
stockpile.
sad stockpile. I feel piled with sadness.
Nice work.
I almost did it in game chat.
Don't get another 12. Don't get another 12.
2 berries.
2 berries.
Okay, oh, jeez. Oh, man, that was so close. Every single one of you could have gotten 12s. Okay, all of you wake up, and you are in cold sweats. You sort of were struggling around in your sleep, but I will say this, none of you make it too visually obvious. If it weren't for one thing. Cloak, roll me willpower for instinct.
Okay.
Please fail.
Hey, Hey, do you mind if I roll the d10 for the stockpile?
Okay.
Another 12!
It's completely useless, but for old time's sake.
Let's see what you had.
Aww, adorable.
Suddenly your ability comes back.
Cloak, you sense that there is something wrong with all of them because they woke up like fidgeting, like twitching, like as if their bodies had immediately been electrocuted, and suddenly they're like perspirating incredibly quickly. But Rakia does not notice this, as again, their ability to stay calm enabled them to get up, just sort of going, oh, that was awful. Awful dream. Not necessarily out loud, unless if they want to state this out loud, but in their minds that is just, ugh, that was awful. But you could at least sense that there was some turmoil within those dreams.
Stressful dreams.
Or at least there was some turmoil in their sleep. Anyway, you awaken.
Adrian is going to, now that they're awakened and gone out of their hexagonal bed, or coffin thing, Adrian will open up the skyline, so to speak, and let the sunlight in.
Roll it.
Hopefully. Yes. That happens.
Nice.
And so it is.
I'm going. Fletcher checks his wristband for the clock.
I don't know why I just rolled that. I was trying to roll a D100. Okay. Yeah, you open up the skyline. The sun is just about sort of like... Well, actually, no, there is no sun. It's 4 a.m.
Sun is yet to rise.
Well, like it's like the crisp morning air comes in.
Oh, meteor? Just our luck.
So I'm just redoing this. It's 42 out of 48 hours. There we go.
Shall we begin then?
Yep.
Okay.
Before we go, Adrian,
Yes.
could you turn this claw hammer into like more bracing for my staff? I lost the pointy bits.
Claw? Oh, yes, you haven't. I actually forgot. For a second I was wondering, like, did you mistake it? But no, you actually do have a claw hammer on you, I forgot. Yeah, I'll do that.
Cheers. Can you just kind of make it like a mace topping?
Of course. Odd.
Of course, I can't.
Oh, you know, it is sometimes mornings.
Yeah, it's early in the... Don't worry.
Sorry about that. Maybe still a bit dazed.
Another time, maybe. Let's
I'm
go.
like already at the top, and I'm like, come on!
Adrian will
Yeah.
quickly follow.
Back.
I'm
This
assuming
is
that all of
Adrian's
you.
fight.
I'm assuming that all of you leave to follow Rakia.
Yes.
Yeah.
Here we go.
I found through like a bloodhound.
Okay,
No, I'm
right.
like, yeah.
No, go on. What were you going to say?
I'm just trying to. I mean, I assume we can see, but not particularly well.
Yeah, it is still pretty dark. Yeah.
I'm just gonna be feeling out with my instinct ability.
Okay.
Just because I don't want to run into anything.
No. Although to be fair, you again. Well, actually, no. Yeah, you haven't got your thing open. I will say, technically, there's only two of you that actually don't have something over your arms, because I just realised that you repaired the clothing and gave him braces. So technically, Felix, Cloak, and Fletcher all have something to cover up their bands. However, Adrian and Rakia don't, meaning that they actually have the sources of light which allow them to walk around. So you can see where they are. It's just not exactly easy to see the things around you, so you'll have to be very close. As I am assuming that you all begin following.
Yep.
Okay.
Onward!
So, Rakia, what is your plan?
Well, we're going to go to the clearing, first of all, where it is, and then I'm going to, with a practice, mind you, my one advantage roll, I'm going to attempt to activate an ability I have in survival called prey tracking. And that's when, if I get a plus 15 survivalist, I'll analyze the area to find the location of a prey, and that prey can be a human, and we'll find the location of him and just lead him there with the scent trail.
Fair enough. Okay. In that case, as you guys are going on, so that Adrian can take you to the clearing where it all began, does anyone say anything at this time of night, or is everyone sort of just still quiet?
Okay.
It's always so peaceful this time.
Yeah? That's it, I heard Rakia,
I have that knife.
What?
I borrowed that knife.
This is...
The pink opal one.
Why?
You know. When it happens.
Okay, but I want it back.
Of course, it's only for this.
Okay. And I will reluctantly hand you the nice animate knife that I got. I'm like,
No.
well...
The anime knife.
Yeah,
The anime.
knife.
You
Yeah.
give it over. You now have the animite knife with its wooden covering. You get there to the broken compartments of which that you had your temper tantrum at. There are blood stains around this place as you're sort of scanning around using your light. You eventually find the blood stains where the blood splattered off of your either off of him or off of your stinger, as the only person who bled during that fight was him.
Yeah.
He used elemental attacks against you. So, you have something.
Oh, good, lots of blood. This will be so much easier.
Could I? Yeah.
Okay. Rakia,
All right.
how would you like to go about this?
Well, I'm gonna go around and on all fours and start sniffing the area. Just sniff, 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 sniff. Look at all the blood. It's a very disturbing sight, even in low light.
On all fours.
Just like walking around. Some blood on the ground.
Sniff, 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 snarf. Okay,
Sniff,
I
snarf.
guess roll for your. Is it tracking? Is the tracking ability in wisdom or is it in survivalist?
Survivalist, yeah. And I'm using my practice on this one because I want to get it right. So let's try it. Yes, I
Thank
activated
God.
it. For God.
Nice.
20.
Is that a 20?
Yes.
Yeah.
Jeez. Okay. Sorry, I only saw a flicker of it because I'm on the tabletop simulator. You immediately dart up. You immediately dart up.
You immediately fall over.
You immediately fall over. You have his scent. Wait, is the roll requirement? Is the roll requirement 15
above,
or 20?
Yeah. 15 or above.
Okay.
For the tracking thing. Yeah.
You now have a decent trail of roughly where to go.
Right. Is there anything else in the area, like the badge place or whatever?
Is there a badge place? I will now have a look. Roll perception.
Everyone?
Yeah, I'll say roll perception, everyone.
Ooh.
Hey, super wisdom.
Oh damn, okay. Cloak. Okay, so Rakia, you're having a look around and you are within a haze of just like, now you know where this guy is, or at least you now can follow his trail. Cloak, on the other hand, you're looking around and you sort of notice a light sort of off in the distance. Now I'll sort of show it for everyone else. It would be off in sort of this distance. If I can just press the button. It's off sort of here. It isn't that far. It isn't only that distance away. It's about a good 100 meters away. But you see a light. It is not the color of a band, though. It is a light. It's sort of it's sort of like a light bluish, sort of like a sort of almost like a vending machine, sort of bluish.
Yeah.
Rakia eventually notices it as well.
I just got so caught up in the stank.
Yes, it's about 100 meters away. This, the closest one.
I could risk it for extra points, but there are likely to be other stronger foes around there. And it's only 10 points a badge or something.
So sort of trying to weigh up the opportunities.
Anyone else see it?
I mean, I know I don't.
I think Raki is the only one who really actually cares about putting them on.
Yeah,
Unless if anyone else.
I'm like, badges, please. Yeah.
So I guess roll willpower to see if you would prefer to help out your friend or give in to your greed first.
Well, I think we know which ones Raki is going to choose. So.
Well, roll willpower disadvantage.
Okay, here we go.
Double natural 20.
I would love that. I would love that double natural 20.
The power of friendship.
No, it's 2.
You begin bounding towards the light.
June quickly follows.
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't even say anything. Just go towards the light.
Rakia, wait!
As everyone begins.
Don't go towards the light.
As everyone begins following as well.
Do you have a scent?
Like moths to a flame.
I suspect trouble, so I'm going to. And since I know where they're going, I'm pretty sure I can deduce that I'm going to stealthily follow after I see Adrian rushing toward them.
I transform first, at least.
Yes. So I'll
Like midway.
I'll turn off the stream because locations aren't necessarily important right now. Okay. Right. Yeah. Okay. So you're transforming. Anyone else attempting to roll anything?
I might try and stop.
Okay, you might try and stealth. Okay, roll stealth.
Actually, yeah, stealth.
That's actually your first actual bad roll.
Yeah. Especially with stealth. I'm really well with stealth.
Yeah.
Damn.
Jeez.
Adrian doesn't believe in stealth.
Cloak, what was the thing that you wanted to do?
Blueberries.
I mean, I know where they're going, so I'll let Adrian rush towards them, and then I will try to follow stealthily.
Okay, roll stealth. On point, Mr. Ninja. Hey, 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 Mr. Ninja. Anyway, so I don't know what that was. You guys eventually catch up with Rakia. Rakia, you are now in front of this metal sort of pedestal, sort of bollard-like thing that has a hollow top where the light is coming from. It is emanating from this hollowed-out bollard-like plinth. What do you do?
I think. Well, I know what this is, so I'm immediately just going to put one of my badges into the plinth.
When you do so, the badge disappears, and it disappears.
Oh, alright. So it's not translated into points.
Oh, yeah, well, you didn't say that you were looking at your thing. Yeah, it increases by 10 points. Your thing increases by 10 points.
I look at my thing, alright, I do that, and I see it increase by 10 points, and I go...
So you're now at 304 now, aren't you? Because you were 394.
So 306, I got, like...
Was it
yeah,
39?
Yeah, I was like at 296 before, and now
okay,
I'm, like,
so it's 306. Yeah, there we go.
306.
Did he come this way?
Huh? Was he coming this way? I'm aiming in the direction, it was completely opposite direction.
No, you're not going in the direction.
What? Oh, no, he's that way. No, but we call plinth! Put our badges in here!
Oh, badges. I'll put one in.
You place a badge in, and unless if you're actually looking at it, it will increase by 10. But obviously, you don't necessarily know what it does unless if you look at your point counter out in the open in front of Rakia in the dark.
What do these things do again?
They're points.
Oh.
I to demonstrate, I put my arm up with the band, and then I take another one of my badges and I put it in the plinth so he can see the points go up.
It then increases to 316.
There you go.
Just add 10 points.
Every little helps.
Hey! Tesco's.
Let's go. Sponsor us, Tesco.
Fun.
That's interesting. I think only the one will do.
Well, I mean, before you do it, I go, and like I put 8 badges in.
How many badges did you have before doing this?
Well, I had I think I had 12 badges, so I put 2 in. Yeah, I had 12 badges, so that leaves me with 2.
Okay, so you're putting 8 more in. That's okay.
Yeah.
So you're now up to 396.
Yeah.
So you literally got up by 100, so that's quite good. Okay.
Okay.
I'm assuming that you're now going to follow the trail.
Yeah, now I'm going to follow the trail. Unless anybody wants to like put their badges in.
If we make our way
I have
to
a
there,
single badge.
then I will bump some
Felix.
badges.
Felix has a single badge. I could put mine in. No!
If you want, you can put one in, and I'll give you another one.
Okay, if I give you this badge, would you...
Huh?
Oh no!
As he
No,
drops
he's
out.
gone.
Adrian, no!
No.
Adrian, what happened?
It's be gone.
BB gone. Ah, nice one.
I just wasp him back.
It's the first time we actually want a wasp to come back.
You never enough.
If we are, going past there, I'll put some in as well, I guess.
Okay, how many do you put in?
6.
72.
Okay, 6. So that increases you by 60 points, which puts you to the number that is 60 points increased from the amount of points that you had.
A number that Cloak does not even pay any attention to.
Fair enough.
Hey, Adrian, are you? Can you hear? We can't hear you, by the way, Sam. Even though I know Sam's in the chat, but can't hear him.
I'm not getting a buzz out of him.
Oh, damn it! Oh.
You said the thing.
Right, so I guess this is the best place to put it. You are now on your way at 4 a.m. Well, I'm now going to say actually 4:15.
Aw.
4:15 a.m. Heading towards the direction of the trail. You are led by the trail, which is leading Rakia. Towards the location
goes exactly the same speed,
of the green flame murk.
Damn internet failure. It's like
and therefore that is where we shall end this game.
Connection terminate.
Ends it just after I was about to say something and the internet fails me again. God damn it.
I hope you guys enjoyed this one. It's been a month since we last played, so yeah. Is everyone okay with this?
I love playing Rakia, I really do.
Yeah, it's too bad your internet keeps bugging out.
Yeah, I was actually going to say, how's it sort of going with you with Felix, by the way?
It's going well, I'd say.
Felix is all. I sort of, as I said just before this session, I want to do more backstory stuff and sort of like reveal more stuff for not only meta, so that the players get some more bits and pieces, but also some more stuff like to sort of actually flesh out more backstory for the characters and also make them feel more like characters rather than just mechanics.
Yeah, I kind of just dumped the backs. I dumped lore on Felix.
Yeah, and I like that, because technically, like, it would make sort of sense as to some of you guys, you might start finally becoming a little bit more open to everyone, and others might still be hardened and just like, no. I actually
to be honest, I was going to dump my backstory after we killed that guy, and I was like, why'd you kill that guy? Time for backstory.
I'm the mono.
Flashback!
It all happened. It was a wee bug.
Burst out into song.
Dun 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 dun. Well, there wasn't. I would say the mechanics that I actually quite liked the use of was the concept of everyone being in the dark and suddenly the fire being on you. Therefore, meaning that if any of you guys were actually hidden out of the way of their sight, then you wouldn't have even needed stealth to be able to flank them. We had obviously the whole thing of the tree falling over, like environmental damage is quite dangerous. We had obviously the concept of not only just backstory but also like how usable every single character's like powers are. Because if you think back to episode 1. Everyone sort of like didn't know roughly where they sort of sat in the team. Now they're not really sort of questioning that. They're just doing things as and when, but still to a relatively less selfish sort of point of view. I'm quite liking that sort of thing, especially because of, like the whole relationship that Rakia is having with these people. Because I won't spoil anything, but obviously it's very obvious that like there's something very innocent, or at least there's something quite I'd say there's either something quite innocent or there's something quite naive about Rakia, yes. Whereas you've then got like that versus like the really cynical sort of side of Cloak. And I think that the team is very, very, very well balanced between each other because of that. I'd have to say, mechanics-wise, there was a lot of stuff in this episode that was sort of just like, sort of touched on a little bit, not too much sort of got used that I could see that was massively going to be needed to be changed.
We finally got to show the crowd just how making weapons works, kind of.
Yeah, absolutely.
How better rolls make for better weapons, and now everyone can just do bleed damage, or at least Fletcher can. Felix kind of mean. I think Felix can do
You
bleed.
get XP every time they're used, so every
Hell
time they're
yeah.
in a fight.
Yes, you do, yeah. Which, by the way, you technically got 10 from... You got 10 XP from the armor, completely making sure that Felix was safe.
Yeah.
And
Well,
then you also
smithing
got 10
XP,
from the
isn't it?
fact that he hit that guy when he dealt damage with the knuckle duster.
Actually, I'm trying to think. Did I make Cloak's weapon, or did I make any other weapon that got used
Yeah,
today?
you made close. Well, you made close weapon that hasn't been used yet.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And
You
also,
added spikes. You added spikes to Felix's weapon.
You did.
yeah. But that was after. But it didn't matter anyway, because the weapon that Felix was using was already an Adrian original.
Yeah.
Hashtag.
Hashtag Adrian original.
Quality
I managed to roll 2 nat 20s this session.
Yes, definitely write that down for your XP, because
I already decided I put those just the XP that we had left over,
Good.
so it's there.
That's all good.
So, if you want, could you give me at least? Let's just say, hopefully in like 2 sessions time, I'll be able to heal people.
I think this session is going to be quite interesting because I think everyone at least did something to an enemy. I just have to look back in the terms of the XP.
I murdered 3 people.
Yes. Although
Every little help.
I backflipped away from a tree very
yes,
well.
very.
I evaded
very
a
well.
tree and knocked a guy out, and that was about
I
it.
tried to racer, but I failed.
I'll say this: each of those enemies are only worth 40, but considering that all of you have at least done one thing that is roleplay or mechanic worthy, that wasn't just defeating an enemy, you're probably going to get a minimum of 50 each. A minimum.
But I killed 4 people.
Well, okay. So here's the
What are you
thing:
being treeist? I killed a tree.
one of them was unconscious already. So technically, all you did is you basically did something that ended up in them being dead. The other 2 were still attempting to get out of the way, which they failed at doing, which eventually killed them.
And then the tree
So
was just existing.
technically, it would mean that would be two defeats / 2 kills, rather than the third one, because the opponent was already dead. Well, not dead, but the opponent was already defeated. And killing an unconscious dude who has no special abilities or no ability to basically contest against. It basically just is well,
It's
yeah.
like going into a hospital
Yeah.
and killing dying
It's like going into the
people.
hospital. I'm just going to unplug this.
Actually, there's one thing I was wanting to ask, mechanical wise.
Mhm.
You know, I can do strength. You know, when I right punch someone with the pincers, I can do my strength attack and the pincer attack. Like
Well,
2 separate modifiers.
It's not 2 separate attacks, but yeah, it's two. It's
I
two,
guess 2
it's
separate
2
modifiers.
on top of each other. Yeah.
Could I get Knuckle Duster and add that to those 2?
Well,
Modifiers.
here's the reason as to why I've been allowing it, because that technically the brawler is allowing you to sort of have this thing where it's the strength behind the attack, but the actual blade is the thing that actually hits someone. So therefore, it's not that they're getting hit by the fist and the pincer; they're just getting hit by the pincer that is obviously attached to your arm. So therefore, the strength behind it is where the damage comes from. The damage modifier comes from. If you didn't have that, if you didn't have the pincer, if you didn't have the stinger, then they'd be hit by your fist. So you can always have it that you have a knuckle duster in case if you can't use your stinger, but it wouldn't be added to your stinger's damage.
Well, okay, I might get that. Get that. That'd be good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think this went rather well. I'm glad you guys sort of enjoy this. We're now on to the last 6 hours of the tournament.
I'll wait for the intermission.
To be honest, I'm looking forward to the next bit, but that's if you guys survive. Although, to be fair, unless if something horribly goes wrong, I think you guys will survive.
We haven't ran into that one guy from way back when who was just like, oh, fire.
Oh yeah, the pyrokinetic who was fighting the sonic manipulator and is like, I might fight you at some point maybe, but until then, bye. And he was on the other side of a river, and you're like, yeah, we're not gonna cross a river to fight you.
I'm not afraid of any person with fire now.
To be fair, out of all the people who you've either let go or who have basically, continued living after their encounter with you, technically half of that squad of people, like the archling and the wasp, as well as the swords person. Although I'm pretty sure the swords person. No, the swords person didn't die. So it's like the swords person, the wasp, and the archling. Those were the only three that actually survived from that encounter, because the cyborg and the human got killed by Fletcher and Rakia.
Oh yeah.
I mean Felix.
Yes, Felix and Rakia. Then you have, obviously, right at the beginning, you have the pyrokinetic. You have Dias Miyamoto. You then have the werewolf.
Two chuckles we knocked out at the very beginning.
Yeah, although to be fair, yes, they didn't disappear, but I don't think I'm going to reuse them. Realistically, I don't know how many of the ones that I just said there. I don't know how many of them I'll reuse, but more than likely, Faceless Gadabouts are probably not going to get reused. And then obviously you've got 10
the lady
Tendra.
will be coming back for a whip off Rakia.
Actually, yeah, to be fair. Yeah. You've got then 10 Tendra, and obviously you've got the Green Flame, who you guys are trying to now hunt down. So, I mean, you've got quite a long list. Obviously, you met the Behemoth champion, but I don't necessarily count him because although that he is another person that you've met who is still alive after the encounter, you didn't fight him, so it's that kind of thing of nothing really went on. But either way, there's at least around about 8 or 6 people who, are still alive, still kicking around, if they haven't been defeated or killed after your encounter with them.
You count the 2 we stuck in the tree at the very start.
That's what the 2 people were.
Okay.
Yeah.
There was really strong person, and then I think lady woman.
Yes, the one with the whip.
Yeah, who I've stole.
Feels so long ago.
Either
yes,
way.
It was a year ago.
Oh man, no, it wasn't. No, it wasn't. No.
Just feels like it.
Anyway, if any of you guys enjoyed this content, please listen to our podcast or check out our channel where we have more of these videos known as the Dev Plays. This game was the tabletop RPG known as The Animite Tales, a game that I am currently developing, and these guys are playtesting. My Twitter handle is @AnimiteTales. If anyone else would like to hear more from us, then check us out. Like, subscribe, follow us, whatever you'd like to do. But don't follow us anywhere other than social media. That would be weird.
Please.
But as always, thank you to everyone who's joined. Thank you to every one of my lovely party members who have been playing this game for now quite a bit. This is at least session 8 or something.
Yeah.
And as always, have a very good night. Ciao ciao for now.
Bye.
Bye bye.
Yeah.
The future.